I'm starting. I'm gonna talk while it starts.
Yeah,
Screw
you just
it.
start it up whenever you want.
Here we go. Intro.
Go. We're on.
We're live.
Show May 23rd, and we're doing our dual birthday party. Though technically, yours is what, 25th?
Yep.
Mine is actually today.
That was our intro.
That was our intro. Hope you enjoyed it. My name is Attila, and this is?
I'm B-Man.
He's the B-Man, Brian, and somewhere around is the C of the ABC show, Csaba. Who knows where he's hiding, but I'm sure you'll hear him because
I think I see him over there.
His voice carries. Oh, there he goes.
Shirt.
My God, he's being quiet. There he is. We're gonna get a shot of Csaba.
Got to get him in his natural.
Where is he? In his natural habitat.
Yeah.
Is that him? Is he on there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you see he's part of his beard.
Yeah, it's the beard. The beard is Csaba. You see him lurking around there?
I don't think any of these
He's
people,
smiling.
I don't think any of these people know that we're live yet.
No, they don't know we're live, but that's what the cool thing is about it. They're like, we're doing our own thing, and they have no idea. So we're having our little dual party. There goes Colleen. That's Brian's mom.
Yep.
She knows what's up. Everybody else has no idea.
Because they're all carrying on their own conversation.
Yes, people caught up in their own lives, doing their own thing, you know.
We can make them disappear like that.
Oh, but that's no
And
good.
now it's just
But
us.
they haven't
Yeah.
completely disappeared because they're still going to hear us in our mics.
No, maybe. We don't know that yet because we haven't watched the stream
Chub,
again.
you can hear Csaba better in this mic than you can hear me. And especially when he starts dropping the F-bombs because he's good for that. He's known to drop an F-bomb or two, you know? So, when was the last show we did? Like 8th or something? No. I can't remember the last time we did a show.
2 weeks ago.
Was that 2 weeks
Or
ago?
a week ago.
Which probably was the 8th. Right, okay. No, we didn't do one a week ago. This is a special birthday one. Normally we do them on Fridays, but you know, we figured since we're having a little dual birthday party, we're just going to go ahead and do the ABC show here.
Yep. And
Live.
And it's live with...
Live from
Well, it's live
from
every
my
time.
from my porch. We're actually outside the studio. See, the studio is like right there and there. But this time we're using natural sunlight.
This was my idea, by the way.
It was.
Kind of.
I wanted to do a Steelers game, but we never got around to doing that.
Well, we can.
Well, now, yeah, we'll do it now. But still, you know, we got to wait till like September.
Well, the show will still be on, hopefully, unless we get
Unless we
canceled
get
by
canceled.
ABC.
So, let's see what all happened here. Oh, you know what? Do me a favor, type on there my website. Or is my website on there? Because we started the fundraisers for around the world, and what we're actually going to do is right now we're in a phase 2 of doing this around the world.
You want me to throw some text up on the screen?
Yes, some text. Yes, put up
Okay.
like www whatever.
Let's see what I can do.
AttilaDomos.com. And so we started our fundraiser, and just literally like a few days ago, and we're doing it through Blupella. You see whose hat I'm wearing. But I also must say that I'm officially, as of today, a shareholder and a board member of Blupella. You got to disclose that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You can't lie to the people. So we're actually going to have Joel, the founder and CEO of Blupella, on here, but right now he's busy yapping, like yappers do.
What's a good font?
I have no idea. You could just use the regular font, I suppose. We don't really need a crazy one. Oh, there's been
There
a party
goes-
foul. I think Chuba's son knocked over a beer. That's what happened. We're doing play-by-play over here.
What do you have to do when you
And
get
he's not
to
even
the party
drunk yet.
foul? I don't even know.
What do you what?
I don't know.
You don't know what?
Where's the text?
You know what? I don't know because
it's up in
I
the
can
top
barely
right
see your
corner.
screen. So anyway, so the bottom line is we started the fundraising, and we're doing phase 2 right now, which we're raising money so I can get out to Los Angeles and
Does that
talk
look
to
good?
real live. Wow. Yeah, I think people will see it.
That works.
That passes the eye test. I like it.
Good.
So, yeah, go to that website right there
Let's point at
that
it.
you see on the screen.
Point at it. Just in case they're looking at
Yeah,
us.
right up there, right up there. Yeah, that big ass AttilaDomos.com. Go there and
Well, for us, it's just the sky.
well, that's true. modern technology.
We got to get some guests over here.
We're
some
working.
people
We're
on the
working on
microphone.
that, but I got to let people know what's going on.
Okay. All right.
So anyway,
I'll let you do
I got to
that.
get out to LA, right?
sit back.
I got to get out to LA. I got to talk with real live agents and people who know people because we need to raise at least $10 million to start this thing. The goal is for me to, you guys probably know the story by now. I'm gonna swim the Atlantic, hand cycle Europe, Middle East, Asia, and then I'm going to kayak to Hawaii from Japan, then to LA from Hawaii, and then I'm gonna hand cycle back to New York City.
I'm
the
gonna
original
watch.
starting point. Brian will cheer. So anyway, it's going to take. We're doing this for charity. We're going to raise an awful lot of money for charities, but it's going to take at least $10 million to launch this thing. So
I don't
and
know
there's
who Charity is, but she's gonna be rich.
yes, she will. So it's going to take at least $10 million to get started. But there are too many legs in this thing for me to get into here right now. But you can go there and you can get more information on it. There's certain things I can't talk about for like copyright reasons. But trust me, this is going to be big, and there are many, many legs in this thing. So when we launch, you're going to be like, holy crap, that's a big fundraiser. So be a part of it. You want to join us now, and now's the time. Now you can really help. Because when you go to my website, you can go to the Around the World link, or right on the homepage, you scroll down, and you will see more info. You can click for more information about what it is we're going to do. Or you can go straight to the donation page and understand exactly why we're doing this phase 2. And if you feel like throwing in a couple bucks, that would be really awesome. I'm giving away rewards, everything from my ebook to paperback versions of the book to songs of mine. I'm actually even giving, for anybody who donates $1,000 or more, I'm giving, you're going to get round trip plane tickets to New York City. We're going to hook you up in a hotel. And at the time when we're getting ready to leave, and you will be a VIP or our VIP guest, and you're going to get a seat in our VIP section. You're going to be right up front with us when we're talking to the media just before we launch and start swimming towards Europe. So think about that. It might sound like a lot of money, but it's actually a hell of a deal because you're getting a round trip, a whole weekend in New York City and all that involved. Plus,
I mean, you're basically, if you just donate $1,000, you're just paying for a trip.
yeah, but you're not even
You
paying
just
the
think
full
about it,
price.
yeah.
You're getting a
Exactly.
discount, and it's for you and another person. So where are you going to get that deal? You know what I mean? Especially if you happen to be in Tokyo or Russia or somewhere out of the country. I'm not paying for any visas, by the way.
No.
That's on you if you're out of the country. But yeah, so we will hook you up. So anyway, getting back to our show here now.
Hi.
Hi, Brian.
What's up?
And Brian, you're turning. This is his big 21. I'm turning 47. I'm a little bit older than he is, but still better looking. You know how that goes.
Right.
So
Well, this is your hologram, so.
exactly, it's my hologram.
Oh, if you haven't already known this, everything in existence is just made by Attila. It's his hologram. Basically.
That's right.
He
Well,
is God.
according to me, but
Yeah.
it could be you. You could be God.
That's true.
You could be God.
But it
and-
is Attila.
Well,
It
and-
could be, but
yeah.
it is Attila.
Well, we think that's what it is. It's a theory. It's a working theory. Chuba's trying to bust up our system here. Hey, look what we found. It's the C in the ABC show. He's on.
I don't exist. Silent partner.
Silent partner.
Nobody could hear that anyway because he wasn't talking into a microphone.
Yeah.
Nah,
well,
they probably heard him.
Deaf people hear him just the same.
Yeah, that's true. They can read his face.
They can read his beard movements. Oh, we're drinking here. I'm not really pimping
Well, you
Samuel
are.
Adams,
I haven't
but
I haven't had
you haven't
anything
you haven't
yet.
had anything to drink. I haven't drank in like so long
Well,
that
there's
I've had
ice
half a
now.
beer and I'm actually
I can
buzzed
make
from it.
myself a white Russian.
Or you could have your mom make it.
She doesn't know how
she
to
looks
make it right.
Well, but it's your choice. That's
I could do a live tutorial online
On how to make it.
a
Oh,
white Russian.
very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I ran across interesting stories. Should we do that before or after we talk with Joel? We'll do a couple stories right now, and then we'll talk to Joel. We'll get him on here.
You could do the interview while I go make a white Russian.
We could do that. We could do that.
And then we can talk about stories.
We could
That
talk
way
about
we
stories.
Can have the
This is
entire
gonna be one of
time.
them shows because everybody and their mother's like contacting and doing a thing here.
I wonder how many people are watching. Did you post it on Facebook?
I did. Yes, I did. Oh, Jack, easy, buddy. You're making everything shake.
I'm Shafe.
You're shake. All right, there it is. I had to respond to somebody on a live show. Oh, Jack's here. Here's Jack. That's Chuba's son. Can you believe it?
I'm Chuba's son. I have a ring from Lord of the Rings.
He's proud of that ring.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, by the way,
The
It
ring
gives
gives
him
him
a-
magical powers.
Yes. The ring gives him magical powers. I mean, what ring doesn't give somebody magical powers?
Something's gonna break.
What's the matter?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So we should probably bring Joel over and actually, talk with him about Blue Pella, and you can learn more about this really cool website that he's put together. What do you think about that?
Is he gonna be on that seat?
Well, I would imagine we'll put him over there.
We can scooch him in a little closer if you want.
Yeah, we could do whatever. Ugh, I can't speak.
As long as he can hear us and we can hear him through the headphones.
Yeah, I think we can make that happen.
Well, get him
It's
over
his
here.
Shabbat though, so he's like afraid to get up close to the microphone.
He's your friend.
I know.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's his Shabbat. So
I
he's
didn't
all
think
messed
about
up.
that.
I was telling him yesterday. I said, "Don't worry, man. No God's gonna smite you. I promise." I don't know if he believed me. What's up? Keys for what?
Keys.
Put in the car.
These are your keys.
This is the most unprofessional show ever. Oh, why do you have my keys?
Because you gave me them.
Here, Chubb, put this in the door, please. Put my keys in the door so they don't get lost.
Put it in the door.
Put it in the door. In the door. It's one of
Those are
those,
keys.
one of the ones with the holes. There's only 2 of them. All right. So we're getting back to our show. A live show doesn't go as smoothly as you expect.
No. Well, when there's this much chaos.
Yeah. People just kind of feel like
I was
you're not really
expecting
doing
this.
a show. You're just sitting behind a laptop
Yeah,
playing around with
exactly.
headphones on. So
Yeah.
why not? It adds to the flavor.
That's fully what I expected from this show.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just complete.
Less professionalism than
Yes.
usual.
Which
Wow.
is weird because it almost feels like more professionalism.
Yeah,
It's like we're the
yeah.
most professional people here right now. Everybody's just kind of clustered around, and we're in this like booth
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah. Well, we're safe here until we get hit by a soccer ball or something.
Yeah.
It keeps
Something's gonna
flying
break.
around this
Or you
neighborhood.
spill the beer all over.
Oh, no,
Chubb's
this is not
mixer.
going anywhere. There, I'll put it down here. You see, one of the very
That makes
rare
me
time
really
of me
nervous.
drinking. I used to drink a lot when I was younger. When I was Brian's age, man, I was borderline drunk. But I wasn't really because I could quit whenever I wanted to, and I did. So I was like in control
I can
alcohol.
quit breathing whenever I want.
Dolphins,
then I'll just pass
dolphins can
out.
actually do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
That's how they
yeah.
commit suicide. They can literally shut it off so they don't breathe.
Huh.
That's the most mind-boggling thing to me because no matter how hard I try, I can't do it. But
Well,
they,
even if you could, you just pass out and start breathing again
yeah,
unconsciously.
yeah, but they that's what they do. They just shut it off. They stop breathing and they drown. That's how they commit suicide.
That's interesting.
That's
Nope,
sad.
I'm done with this now. See ya.
Yeah. Well,
Belly up.
apparently, I was watching a documentary, and apparently that's how Flipper was so messed up because nobody knew how abused that dolphin was, and the guy who played the little kid on that show, I don't know if you ever saw it. I think it was like a 60s, 70s show, maybe early 80s. I can't remember exactly, but he became really, really good friends with Flipper, and he said that Flipper was so depressed because of the way he was being handled by the trainers and everything that he was suicidal. I was like, they had to like keep suicide watch on Flipper and shit. So
Damn.
it's a sad story, man. It's a sad story. So we should probably let's see. Well, Leanna's also here, and her son was actually the one who donated his $5,000 bar mitzvah money to his little friend
Well,
who was dealing with all kinds of illnesses.
we
and
should just
they
announce
do fundraisers.
that we've been live this whole time. And
why?
whoever wants to come over can come and talk.
Well, but first of all, I do want to get Joel on here. Or should we get Leanna first?
I don't know. It's your.
It's my guess.
Those are-
See if I
those
can
are
hit
your
one.
people.
See, I used to be good at this. Where's Jason? Jason was like the master of that. He could take these beer caps and hit you from like 20 yards away.
Flicking
Like-
it?
Yeah,
Or
he would
throwing
like.
it?
No, he would flick it. He would like point his elbow and
Weird.
pennies would come flying at you.
People can do weird, cool things.
Yeah.
sometimes.
You know what else Jason used to do? He would sit in that window, right? And he had his gun. He had like a 20-20.
22.
22, yeah, 20/20. I'm thinking eyesight. Because there is a story in here about 60/20. Lens that will give you 60/20 vision. It's pretty cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You'd be able to see pretty far.
Well,
away.
3 times further to be exact. There's Jay. Jay, you still got the skills? Let's see it. I was just bragging about your skills.
I don't really do it with these.
No, with pennies, he was deadly.
Safety glasses. Better with a penny.
No, with pennies, man. He'd be like, ping, you can hit your mom from here. Like, ping.
That's a good skill to have.
Yeah, I mean, you never know when all you got's pennies to defend yourself.
I told one of Tom's friends one time I could hit him with sound or something. He was like, what? I was like, hit him right in the eye.
Have a seat. Join us. These stories will make people laugh. Ah, yeah, he's gonna get shy all of a sudden. Because we can hear you. Well, they can kind of hear you. Kind of.
If I'm doing this, anybody can.
Say what?
People sign a release.
Yeah, that's right.
They're
We're
all
gonna
gonna be
release
on
from
the
all these
internet.
people. Uh-oh. Now we're gonna get sued by 20 people.
We could have Arpad come over here, say a few words.
That's Alan right there laughing. I missed that laugh. I haven't heard that laugh in a while.
I heard her in your Chubb piano thing.
Yes, yes. I like when Chubb is playing piano. She's like, Chubb, look over here. She's like, look over here, Chubb.
Nobody understands what's going on right now.
It's a video actually of Chubba playing piano when he was, I think, like 14 years old. Did you see it?
Yeah, you.
You're right,
posted
right.
it.
He was playing like classical music, but Ellen was the one who videotaped it with like a camcorder. And Chubb's sitting there like all concentrating on the music. She's like, Chubb, look over here. He looks over and does his goofy ass smile.
That we saw earlier.
Yes, that's right. They did. Now they know.
It was less
Except
hairy.
that was much
Yeah.
less hairy. There was no beard involved whatsoever. So we should probably bring Joel in here. Joel, would you like to join us at some point? Sure. Anytime. Leanna, how about you hop on the microphone here for a minute? I would like to talk about what your son did and everything. Come on, it's kind of cool. Just like 2 minutes. No, I'm not embarrassing you. Look, you're already on camera. Didn't even sign a release or anything. There's Joel right there, and there's Leanna. She's the one saying, "Get the camera out of here." Well, her son did a very, very cool thing anyway. So one day I'll get her or maybe
This
him.
can't be that
on the show.
terrifying.
I don't know. It is live, yes. You can actually watch us on the internet right now. I mean, we're running like 40 seconds behind or whatever, maybe
Yeah.
like a minute, but so if you do something embarrassing, just run away. Nobody's gonna see it until like 40 seconds later.
I think your dad grabbed the glass I was going to use.
Ha! Take that. He always drinks out of that. There are 2 of those glasses.
Okay, I'll grab the other one. I got to grab it quick. You better get your guest over here.
Well, as soon as Joel comes over, then you can leave.
I'm like
I don't think
getting
he's going
ready.
to fit in there, though, so I'm just going to...
Yeah.
I'm not really going to be on camera. I'm going to turn it, because we do have a 3rd camera, but it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's just...
I don't even know why it's still up.
Yeah, why is it still up?
I don't know.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn my camera.
Well, that camera's kind of on him right now.
Well, yeah, it is, but... All right. Okay, say something. No, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
I know you're nervous about the camera. Okay. Yeah, you put the
Yeah.
headphones. Does he have the one that only comes out of one ear?
No, those are good.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear us? Yes. All right. Good.
All right, very good. Yeah, just pull the whole thing over kind of in front of you. Get it like up as close to you as you can get it.
I'll go
Let's
adjust
hear you.
it for him.
Go ahead, say something, Joel.
It's a great day.
That's better. There's a lot of noise in the background. If we were just outside, we could probably leave the mic like. There we go, right there.
Right.
Oh, now it's perfect.
Perfect.
Now we can hear you. Okay, do we have the camera on him? It was all sideways. Let's see. All right, so this is Joel Pachersky here. And Joel is the founder and CEO of Blue Pella.
The One World Blue Corporation.
Right there. So, while Brian is going to make a drink, it's kind of weird. I'm trying to set this up. I don't know why our 3rd camera isn't working. We have the 3rd one, but everything's so super bright and we can't seem to get it fixed. So I'm like, all right, let's start the show already before it's like dark. So anyway, Joel, welcome, my man.
It's good to be here.
Yes, and I've already told the people that I am officially, as of today, a shareholder and a board member of Blue Pella.
You a member of the LLC?
Yes, that's right. So I figured it's only fair that they know.
It's perfect.
Yes. So Joel, welcome.
It's
How
great
did
to
you
be here.
How did you come up with the idea for Blue Pella and the name and everything else? Like, let's start with the idea itself. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna get this right. I swear. I just don't want you looking all crooked. This camera is killing me. You know what? Could you, if you could come out a little bit more, because the bar is like right in the middle. Kind of go that way. Yeah, there we go. That's good. That's good. All right, now we're talking. Okay, so everybody, this is Joel. How did you come up with the idea for Blue Pella?
So Blue Pella's been a project for the past several years. It started I founded the corporation in 2006. The first site we made was in 2006. The name was registered in 2005. The LLC was established in 2008. It was a process of several years of work. Really, around 2010 is the time when I came up with the idea for the current project that we have now called BluePello.com. It took about 4 years for research, design, development, investment, and implementation in the project of BluePello.com. The corporation is called One Row Blue, and the brand is Blue Pella. Originally, the first site I had was OneRowBlue.com, and then we decided to make a shorter domain name, and we came up with the name Blue Pella, BluePella.com.
And why'd you Blue Pella? That sounds like such an odd word.
It's the name we came up with. Yeah, it's
Why? Where's that come from?
it doesn't have any specific meaning to it, honestly.
Okay.
It's, if you want to say though, we did find that there's a bird in New Guinea called the blue pella bird, and it's endangered.
Oh.
So
So it kind of works with Blue Pella.
yes, it works.
See, Blue Pella is kind of like the goody two-shoe of fundraising sites, so to speak. If you want to do something good, like in other words, if I just wanted to, raise money for an album, like I want to go in the studio and do an album, Blue Pella wouldn't be for me. But if
It would be for you.
well, let me finish. But if I decided that I want to create the album and sell the profits, the proceeds to help a village or a tribe in Africa or a third world country or something like that, then Blue Pella would be for you, correct?
If it has some potential good impact, social
Right.
impact in the world, it's for you.
Right, but I'm saying if I just want to be selfish and just
If you
do
just
an
want to
album and
raise
not pay
money
for
for
it,
a
then,
project
that's not for you.
just for profit, no.
Yeah, then you got to go fund me or whatever, any of
Correct.
those other sites. That's
So
what those
Blue
are for.
Pella is about creating goodness in the world. We host projects and profiles that do some positive change. They heal the world in some positive way, and they create socially good, social justice, and social good in the world. So we're all both about crowdfunding and also social media. We're branded as the social network for social change, helping to create social change in our in our society and planet.
So you haven't given up on humanity yet.
No, I have not.
Most people are they're just like, oh, please stop the world. I want to get off. You're still okay with the merry-go-round or the
believe-
roundabout.
I believe with one step at a time, we can make change in the world. It doesn't mean that we're going to finish it.
No.
We just have to start the process.
Look, the world's always going to be crazy.
Correct.
But if we can kind of, find the good people and give them sort of networking, that's the idea, right? To get good people networking, give them a place to network. Because like you go on Facebook. I mean, I use Facebook. Everybody uses Facebook. But let's face it, like 90% of people on there are complaining about something. That's kind of what it is. That's human nature.
Imagine the power that Facebook would have if it was just for goodness
Right.
in the world. The power of just goodness in the world with Facebook.
Right. So that's sort of that's what we want to bring across is that, if you got a good project, if you want to help, even small things. I mean, because people always, like, let's say you have an old disabled gentleman in your neighborhood somewhere, right? And he's stuck. He's got nobody helping him, no kids around. Maybe neighborhood kids want to buy some paint to repaint his garage and, fix up his house a little bit. They could use Blue Pella for that.
They certainly could.
That would be ideal.
They certainly could.
Yeah.
If you could imagine that Facebook met Reddit and Kickstarter in one place.
Yeah.
This is like BluePello.com.
Yeah, that's a good description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facebook meets Reddit and Kickstarter in one place. That's
Yeah.
BluePello.com.
Yeah.
I like to bring a few examples. In 2010, the World Bank declared that over 2 billion people live on less than $2 a day.
That's true.
Less than $2 a day. That's 5 years ago. Not much has changed. Not much. Also, ethnic cleansing is
Yeah.
not a thing of the past.
no,
The
it's
war in
not.
Sudan lasted over 20 years, took 2.5 million lives, and displaced more than 5 million people. So what is the solution we're proposing? To create a globally moderated forum that brings people together to stand and unite for projects for the common good and to help create a better world.
Yeah.
That's BluePello.com.
So what did I miss?
That's it. Well, we were just talking about Blue Pella. Basically what it's about, what it's for and what it's really not for, etc. I just want to, it's kind of funny. I mean, I always tell people that, with your mental outlook, sort of the way you look at the world is the type of people you're going to meet. So if you think like the world is nothing but scumbags, you're probably going to meet nothing but scumbags. And you're going to attract scumbags.
That's how I met you.
That's right. Amazing. But,
just
I sort of, no, he's
Kind
not.
of.
No, he's not. But I've always had a positive outlook on people. I really have. I mean, there are days where I can't stand people. There really are. Well, you read the news stories, man. Some of them you just can't get away from. You're like, oh God, here goes humanity again. And we make fun of people a lot on this show. That's what we do, because just humans do dumb things, really, really dumb things, and it makes us laugh. But I mean, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Sometimes the world is so bad, all you can do is laugh. Just laugh at it and then move on.
That is all I ever do.
That's right. But most of the time, I'm positive. I look for the goodness in people. I really do. And you get burnt quite often that way, but it's okay because once somebody crosses me, then they're on my X list. They're done. You can't trust that person ever again. But I'm willing to give anybody the benefit of the doubt. And it was kind of funny because I somehow I end up meeting a lot of people who are like-minded. It's like how you and I met.
Right.
What was that, about a year ago? Was it,
Right.
give or take? Yeah, a little
About
over
a
a
year
year.
ago.
A little over a year. I was out hand cycling. I just got out of hospital. The weather just finally got decent. And I'm out there circling, riding in my neighborhood in my hand cycle. And I come down your street, and I go to make the left, and there's Joel walking his dog.
Connie.
Yes. And we just kind of got to talking. It was one of those like, how you doing? And then I think you asked me what that is,
Right.
which I get a lot. Everybody's like, what is that? Or the other one I get, is that hard? I'm like, no, not at all. So you asked me what it was. The next thing I know, I'm telling you what I'm doing about the world, around the world, and you're telling me what you're doing with Bupella, and we're both like, these.
And I kept saying,
They go
until
together.
at some point you're going to come to a meeting, you're going to come to a
Right,
meeting.
right.
And some time went by, and then you came to the meeting.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
And where we have a really, really cool group of guys and women there. Everybody from Jonathan and Nate, and I can't name everybody there. Just off the top of my head, they bounced out. They do fantastic work, and they're really, really cool guys. Many of them, like Nate, for example, owns his own tea shop up in Squirrel Hill.
Dober Tea.
Yeah, Dobra Tea. Who was the other one? Who does the aquariums? Gary.
Gary Linder.
Yes, he's the aquarium man.
He's our director now for Planet Sanctuary.
Yeah, and which, by the way, we just started, right? We just
We just launched Planet Sanctuary.
Yes.
So Blue Pella, and until so your project around the world is perfect for Blue Pella
yes.
because it's for social good. You're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna to go around the world, and your goal is to raise $100 million
At least.
for charities. So that is, of course, going to create a great social impact.
Oh yeah.
So that's a perfect project for BluePella.com.
Yeah.
Some other projects we have are.
We're not saying you got to go this level.
No. Some other projects we have are Radio Taboo. We just launched a campaign for Radio Taboo.
Yes, I saw that.
This is where Issa Naifaga, he's a political cartoonist that worked in Cameroon for many years. In the 90s, he was jailed several times. They tortured him. One time he got out of jail, he fled to France. He was in France for about 10 years, and then
Where's he in Africa? North Africa, I guess.
Cameroon.
Oh, Cameroon. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Then he eventually moved. He moved from France to America. He lives in Santa Fe, New Mexico now. He's been allowed to go back to Cameroon in the past several years, and he has taken on a project to build a radio tower in the rainforest. In his village that will reach 1 million people in the rainforest.
Nice.
And all for what? For social change and for education. His philosophy is art through social change through art.
Yeah.
Using
That's awesome.
art for social change.
Well, then they'll also need to get a bunch of radios down there.
They have.
Yeah.
Oh.
They have. Because he
Okay.
says, so Issa says, that's a good
That would
question.
make sense.
Issa, that's a good question. Issa says, the first thing that people buy.
I figured it wouldn't be just a pointless thing. I
No,
just- I just wanted to know.
No, the first
No,
thing,
that's a good question.
it's a very good question. First thing people buy is a machete to work when they work in the fields. Second thing they buy is a cell phone. Third thing they buy is a radio. In that order, according to Issa.
Wow.
Issa's also been able to raise money to donate 500 wheelchairs to people and children that have
That's
polio
awesome. That's awesome.
in Cameroon.
I can't believe polio
So-
is still around.
It is.
Seriously, I mean,
It is
you know,
enough.
I
It
know,
is.
but I mean, it's just baffling that some of these things are still around.
It is.
Like, what was it, Eisenhower? Which one was the one who had polio? FDR? FDR. I think it was, FDR who had polio. That was what, 1928? You know what I mean? It's been like almost 100 years, and we still have polio.
So my point being, around the world, Issa Naifaga's Radio Taboo to build a radio tower in the rainforest. Another project we have is for Hanifa Nikirok for Sarasov.org. Hanifa is a survivor of an acid
Yes,
attack.
I was going to ask about her. Yes.
Hanifa is a survivor of an acid attack that
She's from
was
Nigeria?
From Uganda.
Uganda, that's where it was, yeah.
She's a survivor of an acid attack from they believe from her strange
what?
husband.
While
I think I've
Joel's
heard
talking,
that story before.
while Joel's talking, why don't you bring up Blue Pella website, just bluepella.com.
I was gonna throw that up earlier.
Yeah. No, let's throw that up, and then we can actually show the
Sure.
people, show her. I mean, she was a beautiful woman, absolutely gorgeous.
So she's a survivor of this acid attack.
What did she
so
want
you
to
want me to
do? She
bring
wanted
up
to
the
leave her
website.
abusive husband, right?
Her story was she has a master's in economics. She's married, has 2 children. She wanted to work. Her husband didn't want her to work. He said, if you work, we're going to get separated and divorced. She says, I still want to work. So she went to work. They started to get separated. And one weekend when she was coming back to get her children, this happened to her. The security guard at the apartment was not there. She came to pick up her children. And unfortunately, in some countries in Uganda and other parts of the Middle East and the world, they use sulfuric acid as a weapon
Yes.
against
That's
either
sick.
political, gender violence.
You know what they do? They hire
So
children.
what am I looking for here on the
We're
website?
looking for scroll up or down, up, I guess, whatever. Just where is she?
There's a light of the world about it, right?
There's a spotlight about her.
yeah,
There's
look
also
for
if you.
Which
she's
one do you wanna put
also, Hanifa, the one about her. She's
Well, he's not
sitting
going to know how to spell that name.
Sitting at a desk.
Yeah, I know,
Hanifa's
but
sitting
she's not on the front page. Is she? Which one do you want to put up? The spotlight? Light
Pull
of
up
the world?
Sarasov. Search Sarasov. CERESAV.
Yeah, there we go.
CER.
ESAV. Sarasov.
Yeah, it's a weird name to remember.
This is the organization that Hanifa
It's an
found-
acronym. It's an
This
acronym.
is the
for what
organization
they
that Hanifa founded in
there's
Uganda.
Sarasov.org.
Yeah.
do. That's her right there.
Okay.
She has also been the recipient of an award for facial surgery from the company FaceForward.inc. And she's been in Los Angeles.
They just did it in Hollywood. They just
in
did,
Hollywood for the
some-
last several months. Last 6 months she's been in Hollywood getting surgery done, and she's now coming.
They know facial reconstruction in Hollywood.
Yeah, so she's been the recipient of this award. They choose one person a year to do our reconstructive surgery.
Yeah.
And they chose her this year. So she's had that done in the last 6 months. She's now coming to Pittsburgh and going to school in the fall at GISPIA, the Graduate School of Public International Affairs at the University of Pittsburgh, getting her degree in human security. And she will be getting her another master's degree and continue to work with Sarasov.org.
So there's going to be a fundraiser for her.
There's a
here,
fundraiser June 21st, Sunday, June 21st at Road of Shalom
Squirrel
Temple. It's on 5th Avenue.
It's right here in heart of Squirrel Hill.
Not Squirrel Hill. It's in 5th Avenue in Oakland.
Oh, it's actually considered open?
Yes.
Okay.
Road-
My dad's ex-girlfriend actually works there.
Road of
or
Shalom
used
is
to.
on 5th Avenue in Oakland. Sunday, June 21st. And from 4 to 7 p.m. we have a fundraiser for her Human Security Education Fund.
And the Grenadis are going to be entertaining there.
Granani Brothers will be playing there, and also Yamusa Camera from Camera Drum and Dance.
All right, I'm posting up the link under the
Yeah, I was
description. So
I wanted to show her a picture as well, but it's okay.
I'll do that.
Yeah, okay.
I just want to put the link in there.
Yeah,
so
it was
people
actually
can
that
just click
that
right on
story.
it.
I mean, if you the cool thing about when you go to Blue Pella is you get videos. You can watch little videos.
You
and
can watch
everything.
videos. So
Watch a video of her. They actually did a documentary. And-
Pauline Greenlick has worked with her to do a documentary, correct?
Yep. And I remember watching a documentary and thinking I was pretty thoroughly disgusted. I mean, how many countries children are being used for different attacks. Whether it's a suicide attack or this, or whether it's a in this case, apparently teenagers are the number one attackers. I guess they're basically it's very poor. What they do is like everywhere the poor is just being exploited. And they go into the poor neighborhoods, find these teenage kids, and they offer them some money
So the
to go.
The website's up on the screen.
Oh, cool. Thank you. To go and attack a certain person. So all these teenagers basically in Uganda are for hire to do this thing. And I mean, I can't even imagine, I've dealt with acid when I was in high school. I couldn't imagine I can't even imagine myself walking up to somebody and splashing, like taking this glass and throwing it into your face with acid. I mean, to me, that's so low. Do you know what I mean? That's so low. There's like no honor in that. But if you're hungry,
We can play the video if you want.
I don't know if we can mute ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Let me just say a few more things about BluePillow.com. First of all, we are not just about crowdfunding, raising
Right.
money for projects for both nonprofit and for-profit ventures. We're also about social media, so social network for
Yes.
social change. We have the Light in the World module about spotlighting people who've done things to help change the world for the good. We also have Planet Sanctuary about highlighting the beauty of the planet and also showcasing endangered species and habitats that need protected. And then we also have the module of Light of Culture, which is about spotlighting cultures around the world with the one intention, that is to celebrate diversity.
Yes.
Why? Why so? Why? Until
Because it would be awfully dull if everybody was just like me.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah,
I
what's
disagree.
funny? Well,
I
you're
think the
right.
more
Okay,
people like
maybe
me,
I'm not.
the world would be pretty insane.
So the last module that we will build is called Overture to Peace. We haven't built that yet, but we will be doing that.
Do we have a date set up for release?
Not yet.
No? Okay.
But we'll be working towards that. Our future designs are working towards that now. This will be a way to help resolve conflicts between people with online dialogue communications. So if you can imagine,
So you're gonna get like
person to
Christian group
person,
together with
it
like
could
a
be- it
Hebrew
could be
group or
between
Jews
fa-
with
fa-
Muslims,
it could
whatnot.
be, it could be family to family.
Oh, okay.
Person
So
to
much
person.
wider than just
It
religion
could be-
or
it could be communities-
nationality.
It could be communities of people, communities, cultures, people.
Wait, you're gonna tell me that a Steelers fan and a Browns fan is gonna
That's
sit down
correct.
and we're gonna get them to be
Online.
peaceful
Online.
on here at Blue
Online.
Pella? Man, that's something.
That's something.
I think you're gonna have peace between Jews and Arabs
We're
before
on-
you have
we're onto
peace
something
between
here.
before you have peace between Steelers and Browns fans.
We're on to something. We're on to something.
Yeah, that's
So,
funny.
so you also
That's a
said-
good idea, though. It really is, because most sites don't. I don't know. Maybe there is another place that does something like that. I don't know of it though. So
So you also said you wanted to know a little bit about me, my background.
yeah, absolutely, man.
You told me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's not just about Blue Pella.
right. So I grew up in the town of in the Mon Valley in a place called Craven Hill.
Mon
Between-
Valley, Monongahela.
Yes, between Monongahela.
That's where I bought my motorcycle.
Okay.
And also, you know who else is from there?
Who?
Joe Montana.
Montana.
That's right, Joe
Of
Montana.
course I know that.
Of course you know
Monongahela,
that.
yeah. So Craven Hill's between Monongahela and Charleroi. So this little town called Craven Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And my father owned a scrap metal company when I was growing up. I left there when I was about 14, moved to Squirrel Hill, went to Alderney.
Were there a lot of Jews out there?
No, there was
Yeah,
not.
I was gonna say, man. That's
That was part of the
you were probably pretty isolated.
part of the branding of how I've become probably molded into who I am today.
So now you live in the
Start-
Mecca.
Started,
in Squirrel
but
Hill.
started there. Started from
Uh-huh.
there. I mean, I was actually I'm Jewish, and
Right.
and actually was, unfortunately, I guess probably the brunt of. Some
Were you
jokes.
religious growing up or no?
Conservative.
Conservative. Okay.
But I
See, I'm not,
I,
so.
I experienced a lot of the kids teased me and whatnot,
Yeah.
and that helped to really kind of shape me who I am today because
Sure.
I started to realize to be sensitive about all people in the world and all diversity, and all cultures and all people. We should all be living in peace together. It's
Sure.
just, so that was the beginning of, and then I did write a letter actually. Can you pull up at the bottom of the screen
On the Blue Pella.
on Blue Pella? Look at the bottom. It says "Peace in the World."
Is it under like accounts?
On the very, very bottom of the
Yeah, I
screen.
see it. I see it.
So I wrote this letter when I was in elementary school, in the 4th or 5th grade. I don't remember which
Bring
grade.
it back up.
It actually
Where,
fe-
where were you
actually-
at? Where were you at in school?
Monongahela Elementary Center.
okay.
Yes. So,
The town is so small that the school is named after
yeah.
the name.
So this letter actually is on.
That's
the
where you
site.
know you were in a small
so this,
town.
This letter was written when I was in the 4th or 5th grade. I still have the original handwriting, the letter in the original handwriting, and I would like you to, Attila, I'd like you to read it.
Okay.
do
Actually, why
this
don't you
right
read
now.
it? It's I don't have it on my
I
screen.
can't see it.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
have.
so that's-
Yeah, Brian can read it. Pressure. Besides,
Well,
I'm
okay.
dyslexic, man. It takes me forever to read, especially after a half a
see it?
beer.
Yeah, I have it up on the screen right now.
Damn, could the font be any smaller?
Yeah.
Hit Control Plus.
Yeah.
Could,
It's like I feel like he's reading Bugs Bunny. You know when you need Bugs Bunny vision to read.
I just want to make sure
There you
people.
go.
Yeah. So
Peace
now
in the
people
world?
can read it who
Peace in
are
the
watching right now.
Yes,
so,
please.
Oh, cool! You have it up for everybody.
Can you
Mhm.
read
Even
it?
better. Yes, you go ahead, read it. Come on.
Go,
I'm
Brian.
terrible at reading stuff. I
Want me
never
to
did
read
this
it?
in school.
I'm dyslexic.
I'll read it. Is there somehow I
We
can,
should get Leanna to read it.
I could
What?
copy
Yeah.
this link.
can I see it?
Come on, we need a sexy female voice.
I can-
It's all guys on here, man. It's like a sausage fest on this show.
I can read it. I can read it. Maybe not.
If you
What's
pull,
that?
Whoa, Dawn's gonna read it. You ready to read, Dawn? Turn it her way.
pull
Dawn
it up
can
on
read
your
it.
phone.
You're gonna read this for us.
Pull it up on your phone. I'll read
What am I doing?
Meanwhile, people watching are just reading the screen.
They probably read it like 3 times. They're like, all right, we read it. Good. You know what? Screw it. Dawn, read that.
Yeah,
Turn
just-
the laptop her way, and she can read that.
What kind of voice?
A sec.
It should work
In theory.
in theory.
I'll tell you, that's a beautiful thing with electronics. If it could go wrong, there's a good chance it probably will.
Yeah.
Oh, been reading like 10 years, at least. He does like special effects and things like that for movies. He just
Oh, yeah?
did. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He just did. What was the name of it? It's
Oh,
actually.
there we go. We're back up. We're back on. We're live.
Oh, we're live. Ooh,
We're
we're back.
back.
Okay, well, bring up the screen so I can aim the cameras. I don't know where it's. I might have a zoom up of Joel's eye or something. Ah, here we go. All right, perfect.
Hey, look, the other
Looks super
camera's
dark.
on you.
Yeah, it's kind of dark. Yeah, okay.
That's
now you can
because
kind of see me, but I look
I made it
super
really
dark.
dark earlier, so to compensate. Now it's just super dark because
It's all good.
darker
It's all
outside.
good. It's all good.
Whatever.
But so
works.
while you guys were gone, or while we were gone, we were trying to get this thing back on. Joel was kind enough; he didn't leave us, so he's still here. He just sat here and stared at me with a creepy look the whole time. I think is that called the evil eye? Is that what he's giving me? I don't know. No. All right. So as I was saying, Henry just did effects for a movie that deals with gun violence and everything in Africa. You know how you have like remember we even talked about this at the one meeting. Who's the professor who was
Dr. Picard.
yes, he and his wife
Probably.
worked with like what was it, the God's Army and
Lord's Resistance that didn't work with them, but
not for them, but
in
I mean
Uganda it was a common practice where the Lord's Resistance Army would take young boys.
yes.
They're trying to
were
distract
12,
me over there,
13
sorry.
years old, and the way they got them in the army was they would make them kill their parents,
Yes,
and siblings,
yes.
and then they would bring them into the army. Then they would never want to be able to go back to their village.
Right. That's exactly what this movie's about. And it's I think
So
it's,
that's actually a perfect intro to me reading my letter.
Yes, there you go, please.
That I wrote when I was in elementary
that,
school.
that most of you probably already read, but now we're gonna have Joel read it.
Now I'm going to read the letter. It's called.
Read it like you were, 10
I,
years old.
I wrote this when I was in elementary school. It's entitled "Peace in the World," and I was probably in 4th or 5th grade.
You can turn it sideways. The font will be bigger.
That's okay.
Okay.
So it says like this. It says, "I have a dream that the world would be better and a safe place to live. Children should not be afraid to be without their parents. They should not be worried about being kidnapped. People should realize that they should not hurt anyone and try to understand what they are doing. I think it is very meaningless to have war. It is senseless to fight and kill one another. God did not put people on earth to fight, argue, or hurt each other. Poverty is very harmful and cruel to people. It can sometimes kill a person. It would be nice if poor people did not have to go to bed hungry. Robbery scares me a whole lot, and I'm sure it scares a lot of other people too. People are sometimes shot and killed because they protect their belongings. Probably, if people had the things they needed, there would be no more robberies. It is a shame that people are so terrified about hijacks on a plane that they don't even go on them." This was back in the 80s.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That was all the rage.
exactly. "I hope in the future people will be able to go on a plane without worrying about a hijack. If people
And then 9/11 happened.
If people try and work together, they can make this world a better one. I'm willing to try. Are you?"
That's good.
So I wrote that. When
That
I was
was-
in
you were in
elementary
4th grade?
school, 4th or 5th grade.
No, cool.
And so basically,
But you can see that the seeds were there.
you could see that.
Did you get
yeah,
an A?
that I don't remember. Probably. I did well in school when I was
Were, were kids cheating off you in Monongahela
No.
It's back up on the screen.
for math class?
No.
Just in case people can't hear, it's back up on the screen. You can
What
read
is-
it, but you can't
Oh,
hear me saying
yeah, there
this
you go.
now, so it's kind of pointless.
Right on, right on.
Anyway, okay.
So
I'll take
and
it
then
back.
and then we
No,
also
I
have
can
on
see
the
it
site
again.
something else called Social Network for Social Change, which is the branding of our site. And I wrote a short essay about this. I'm not going to read it, but you can pull it up. It's
I
on the
can pull
bottom
it
of
up
the screen. It
and-
says Social Network
Look,
for
you can
Social
actually
Change.
see me. I love it.
I'm pulling it
But
up
in
right
the
now.
letter, actually, in the letter it says, in this essay that I wrote, one of the things I wrote about was my good friend Tempa Lama. He said to me in our discussion, Tempa Lama is an advisor to One World Blue and a good friend of mine. He's the director of the Bond Institute in Greenfield. And he's a Lama from Tibet, from Nepal. I've known him for almost 10 years, for many years. He's one of the advisors and a good friend of mine. He said to me in our discussions one day, he said, "Joel, do you realize that right now, as we speak, someone has a gun pointed at another person's head?" And after he said it to me, I thought about it. I stepped back and said, you know what? He's right. Someone does have a gun.
Someone just died.
Right now.
And-
right now.
and two people were just born.
Right now, someone has a gun pointed at another person's head. But the truth is, someone will pull the trigger, too.
Of course.
They're pulling the trigger
Of
right
course.
now.
Yeah, I got news for
So-
people. Like, the world isn't a pretty place, you
Yeah.
know, but we're trying to make it a little cleaner.
So our thought is to create a globally moderated forum. It's desperately needed to bring people together, unite, stand for projects for the common good, and work diligently for a better and more peaceful world. At Blue Pella, the One World Blue Good Network, the social network for social change, in place for unity and peace, will do just that. This network does have the power and potential to
absolutely.
transform the human condition
Absolutely.
if used when used properly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we will eventually, you know, but,
See,
you know,
things like this should catch on.
and they will, but it takes time. I mean, you know, Facebook didn't just blow up overnight, you know. It really didn't. I mean, people think it did, but it didn't. I mean, MySpace was top dog there for about 5-6 years. you know. And then eventually, kind of, I don't know why people started migrating to Facebook because Facebook looked like ass. But whatever.
It still does.
It does. It's boring. There's like it's just everybody's site look exact like MySpace. We talk about this all the time. I loved MySpace. You could
Old
personalize
MySpace
it.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like
Now you can't do that
if I went
stuff
to your page on MySpace, I knew it was your page without even having to see your name, face, or anything. You can't do that with Facebook. So, but this is where everybody is. So, yeah, it does. I mean, it serves its purpose. Well, yeah, we were just talking about that. Like 90% of the people, all they do is complain on Facebook. You know, this hurts, that hurts, this sucks, that sucks. You know, well, okay. How about why don't you just go out and try to do something about it?
Precisely. I want to mention another initiative we have too called if you pull up Pittsburgh's 50th Finest 2015.
Don't knock us off the air.
This is by
Okay,
this
sorry.
this is by Al
You're good.
Levine.
How do I get to this?
Go to the homepage. Go to the homepage.
Okay, homepage. Thank you.
And it says, you see Pittsburgh's 50 Finest on the homepage. It's the top. It's the top on the top row. Top
Pittsburgh's
initiatives.
50 finest under health.
There you go.
Okay, I got it up.
So
No
you-
pun
you
intended.
Click on this,
I just caught that.
and you'll see.
I was
this
kind
is-
of in La La Land.
This is by Al Levine.
All right,
Al Levine
I'm
is
bringing it
someone
up
you should
right
have on
now.
your show.
Oh, I will.
Al Levine.
We're
has-
Facebook buddies.
Al Levine has a Pittsburgh sports line.
Yeah.
He's
No.
created. He has
Yeah,
a
we'll
show
definitely get
about good sports, Pittsburgh, and he's been chosen as one of Pittsburgh's 50 finest. He's raising money for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
Nice.
Is that his
whole-
picture right there?
Yes, that's it.
Yes, that's
All
Al
right.
Levine. He's known as the Talking Machine. Al Levine, the Talking Machine, and he's raising $3,000.
Ooh, he's got a video,
His goal
too.
is to raise $3,000 for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation for this charity for the year.
By the way, if you don't know, this top left box
It's pretty
right
obvious where to donate.
Yeah.
I think it is. I know.
Where it
People are
says
like,
sponsor.
people are like, I need,
You
I don't
donate
know
where it says
I'm like,
sponsor, the sponsor tab, the sponsor tab.
just follow the green money sign at the top left.
Yes.
You can't miss it.
No,
I
it's
swear.
Attila and Brian, the two things that make Blue Pella more competitive and advantageous over other crowdfunding platforms. In crowdfunding is two things. One, we have a social media platform that's built into the
Yep.
site. It's fused right in the site. So
Yep.
Kickstarter, Indiegogo, you make a campaign, people go to Facebook and Twitter to promote their causes. Now you can still do that with Blue Pella, but also
Well, yeah, I mean,
also we have the social media platform
Yeah.
built into the site.
I would
with-
tell
on a
everybody though to
following
use
method.
everything. I mean, when you're doing,
So yes, you bring
use
community,
everything.
You bring your community on the site itself. Make community on the site. When people click on the stand button, they stand with you in your project, stand behind you. They'll be following you in everything that you do.
You can actually, if you have a friend, like let's say a friend of yours did a good cause or did something fantastic to help others, you can actually write a story about him or her. You can do that at Blue Pella, and it's sooner. Think of it like a news article. You can do that. I know I've done many of them, and I've
Correct.
done them with friends, and I've done them with people like Bruce Lee. You know, people who I've idolized growing up. Mel Brooks, Bruce Lee. Who else? I don't even know who else I did. I did a bunch of them, but yeah. So you have that choice.
And they can all be voted upon, which we call
Right.
a lift.
Yeah.
The lift feature is in the upper left-hand corner. If you show on the screen, it says lift. That is where everyone can vote on all the projects and profiles that they see. So we have both a voting
That's cool.
structure and a social network.
That's like giving a like
fused
on
in the
Facebook,
site.
same
Correct.
concept. Yeah.
We have both voting structure and a social network that's fused in the site that other crowdfunding platforms do not have.
Yeah. No, it's coming together really nice, man. And I think give it a solid 5 to 10 years. I think it's going to be everywhere. But it's going to take time.
I hope so.
'cause, yeah, it
I'm
will.
bringing us back up now.
I'm positive that it will. I really am. Because
I'll
I
put
mean,
this link in
let
the
me tell you, this
description,
guy,
too.
I kid you not, he works 25 hours a day. He does. He's always working. Like I get a text from him, like 2:00 in the morning, like, hey, blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, you're up at like 6.
That's because you told me you're up at 2 in the morning.
I am up at 2 in the morning.
You said it's okay to text you at 2 in the
Yo,
morning.
it is. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying, like, when do you sleep?
Different times.
Yeah,
here
different
and
times.
there.
You like what's his name? Edison. Just
The
little cat naps.
truth is, our developer and our graphic designer work throughout the night. They work at night, not during the day. So I wake up, I go to sleep. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I check my emails. If there's an email, I respond to it 2, 3, 4.
So you
in the
literally
morning.
catnap. I mean, that's kind of what you do.
I know. Well, I wake up and if I wake up in the middle of the night, I check my email. If there's something to send out.
Come
I
to
do.
birthday parties.
yeah,
that-
come to a birthday party.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
2.
Or two at the same
Two-
time.
yeah, two in one.
That's how he does it.
That's right. You got a discount, 2 in 1. But
Truth is, if you want to be an entrepreneur and have your own business, it's not 9 to 5. Everyone knows
no, it's
that.
not.
It's not a 9 to 5
no,
job.
it's not.
No.
It's 5 to 9.
But you know what? But it's so much worth it. So much more worth it. And I've had, I find that people who succeed failed like a million times.
Correct.
And that's what I tell people is don't be afraid of failure. Failure is the best teacher ever. Unless you're an idiot and you keep making the same mistake over and over. But at some point, you're going to figure out.
Do you know how many times Abraham Lincoln lost before he became president?
I don't know the actual count, but I'm sure it happened more than once.
I don't know the exact number, but it was more than 10 times.
Yeah.
He ran for president more than 10 times.
He ran for different
Approximately?
offices.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
lost.
okay.
He lost more than every time he ran for an election. He lost.
I didn't know that.
Well, he was a very
You can look
big
it
and
up.
awkward
You can look it
guy.
out. Yeah,
He was just an awkward-looking man. He was like 6'6", freaking looked just like a freak. You know what I mean?
Abraham. Yeah, and most inventors failed hundreds
Of
of
course.
times before they ever.
Look, Thomas Edison failed stealing people's technology so many times before he was finally able to steal them. So, I hate Edison. I really do. I'm not a fan of Thomas Edison. I could use a beer.
Would you?
Yes, please. Just a Sam Adams, whatever kind. I'm not picky. Thank you. Would you like something to drink, Bela? A White Russian? Is that what you're drinking? You want a White Russian? All right, get your wife lit, Joel.
Ooh, I'm not the only one. I feel so much better now.
Say what? In the fridge, bottom shelf.
She needs to talk into the microphone. I can't hear her. These are great noise.
Yeah,
cancellations.
anyway, so the bottom line is people fail, man. Don't be afraid of
It
failure.
is not a
you
9
know?
to 5 job.
No.
And also I did just graduate with a master's in public policy management from also GISPIA, the Graduate School of Public and International Affairs at the University of Pittsburgh in December. It was
Nice.
it was a wonderful program. I recommend it to anyone. I had a great experience there. I learned a lot. The professors are great. And just as I graduated, we launched this project.
So
and,
how-
and it was a process that it took 4 years of research, design, having the meetings, and building this project. Just to build alone took over almost 2 years of us meeting on regular basis, and having meetings and having the development underway.
So how do you go about getting sponsors? Like, do we do advertisements?
We're working towards releasing a magazine.
Okay.
Which we will have about 5,000 copies.
And when is that?
5,000. It will be connected to all the top spotlights and top initiatives
Mm-hmm.
on the network. So we at some point intend to release a magazine. It's a 24-page magazine, and in that magazine we'll have advertisements for different sponsors.
Okay.
And eventually we're going to advertise on the site as well.
On the site as well?
Correct.
Okay.
Now, if you want to know what the fees are for crowdfunding on the site, part of the way we're profitable, we do take transaction costs like any other
But everybody
any other
does that.
crowdfunding site.
Yeah.
So it's 3.5% for a nonprofit organization, plus the credit card processing fee, which is 2.9%, which is through WePay. The payment processor is called WePay.
Yeah.
And then if you're for-profit venture, not nonprofit, it is 5%.
Yeah.
So you're either 3.5% or 5% plus the 2.9%.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, everybody does the same thing. It doesn't matter if you use Indiegogo or
Correct. Indiegogo
Kickstarter or
is
whatever.
between 4 to 7%. And
yeah,
Kickstarter
GoFundMe. They all do the same
Kickstarter
thing.
is 5%. Now, one thing about Kickstarter that a lot of people don't like is that
There are many things about Kickstarter I don't like.
On Kickstarter, and I don't want to knock Kickstarter.
No,
but,
I'm not knocking it, but there are things on it that I
Kickstarter,
don't like.
you have to raise the full amount of funds, or you don't get the funding.
Right. Not only that, but you have to put in like 1 week, 1 month, whatever it is, and if you don't reach it, then you don't get it.
You don't get the funding.
And
correct.
you don't. That's not the case with Blue
That's not the
Pella.
case with Blue Pella. No.
No.
On Blue Pella, you can crowdfund over a period of time. You can set a goal.
You actually don't even have to set
You
a
don't
time.
have to set a goal. You don't have to set a time. You can be over a year or 2 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a set time. Nonprofits can raise money over a period of time. If you're a business, you can raise money. You can set a goal. You can make the time frame if you want. You can say I want to do it in 90 days, or you can leave it open.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's just I don't see any reason not to use Blue Pella. Again, though, this isn't just me wearing the hat saying this. But seriously, I mean, there's a reason I hooked up with these guys. They got their shit together. You know what I mean? And like I said, Joel works harder than just about anybody I know. He really does. So
Thank you.
I appreciate that as a board member. I feel so important. No,
I'll
but
be
it is.
important one day.
That's
When I'm
one day.
47.
Well, that's what it takes. I'm
It
still
takes-
not
it
important.
takes being
I didn't say
47.
I am important. I said I feel important. There's a difference.
So it's been great being here.
Absolutely. Love having you.
And thank you very much.
Yes. Much
Please.
success, please,
Thank
especially
you.
now that I got money riding on it.
All right. So please go to bluepella.com, www.blupela, bluepella.com.
Can we type that up?
I'll put that
Put the link
right
up.
up on the screen.
Okay,
I
cool.
have the links for the.
If you also go to oneworldblue.com, it takes you to the same place because One World Blue is a corporation. We actually do own many domain names, so a lot of the branding, like Planet Sanctuary, Light of Culture, Overture to Peace.
They all have their own.
We all own those domain names. We own about over 50 domain names. Of the One World Blue Corporation.
Thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Excellent. This has to be the most casual show we've done yet. Drinking beer.
Yes. I like this show.
Oh, Bela, just put it right there.
I also.
Oh, there she goes. There she goes. She's right over there.
I also had a
Dawn.
idea.
She's right there.
What you can do for that long intermission that we had, you can just put up an annotation that said skip to this part of the video so you don't have to go and edit
Yeah,
it.
that could be done. Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah, that'll work. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, we actually had Gabe on here. A couple of weeks ago.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
With Gabe was also. I don't know where he was supposed to be here today. He said he was coming. He and Jennifer. But a no show.
BluePella.com.
You know, that's the thing. My birthday always falls on like Memorial Day weekend, so it's always tough. You know, and I thought for sure this year will be different because I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's one more, like, the 23rd, so you still have the 30th and 31st.
Right.
No, they still moved it to my birthday. Sucks.
Well, now it's nice and giant on the screen, so it's right
That
in
is
front
big.
of Attila's face.
And it's so big that I'm like, I had to look, like, is that spelled right?
You can duck under it. Actually, it's right there, so yeah, I made sure it's.
L.A., look, I'm
spelled
by
right.
L.A.
Yeah.
I love L.A.
Wait,
We love it.
put your eye right here. Uh-oh.
The Illuminati right there.
The show has turned into something totally different.
Well, it is what it is, right? We just have a good time. All right, so
All right, Attila,
cool.
Brian, thank you.
Thanks for coming on. Enjoy yourself. Did you eat?
Happy
Did you guys
birthday.
eat anything?
I'm gonna have a drink.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. I love it. All right, grab something to eat too, man.
Now we can have two cameras on you.
What's up? I'm sorry? Oh, that's right. That's even better. Ah,
Darn it.
sucker.
We need to get another guest over here.
Any other guess? Yeah.
Now
I
I'm
don't know.
dark. Now you guys are bright. Well, both of you.
Yeah.
You and you.
I'm like perfect now.
Yeah, because I turned your brightness
Not only that,
up.
but I got two cameras on me. Look at me. I'm flying with these two cameras.
I turned your brightness up. I'm
All
going
right.
to turn
Well,
mine
I'm
up
pretty
a
sure
little
we've
bit.
gone an hour, right?
I'm not going to stop now. Pff, come on.
I want to stop. I want to
This
talk
is just
to
getting
people.
fun. You want to talk to people, bring them over here.
Well, they don't. Nobody wants to be on here. They're nervous.
So?
Faces scared. Free bird. there's always one of them. Free bird. You
Well,
get
let's
that.
see-
If-
let's see
If
how-
you've ever played music at any nightclub, there's always one jackass yelling "Freebird" in the back. What was it? Dawkin was a big one when I was at the Foggy Bottom days. Do you remember Foggy Bottom? That's going way back. That's going back to like early mid '80s. Foggy Bottom was the feeder to Someplace Else. Do you remember Someplace Else? Okay, that was like the premier rock club, and there we go.
We got another. Actually, use this microphone and those.
Yeah,
that
we know
headset.
this works.
Yeah, it's much better.
Yay! There we go. Look at that.
This is Tom.
We found another guest.
I have to take out my hat to put these on.
Uh-oh. Well, you can put it on the. Oh no,
can-
you
can
can't.
you
That's
hear
like a
us?
fedora. Ah, there you go. Ah.
All right, that works.
Yeah, there we go. Just trying to get this camera right. There we go. So, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Tom, and just here enjoying the podcast.
And I jam
Yeah, a little bit, you know.
He was over there standing. What we made him
by
come
himself,
over here.
and we're like, you got to come here and join us.
Well, you know.
But no, getting back to what we were talking about, Foggy Bottom was like the feeder to Someplace Else. It was an underage club, and all it was in West Mifflin, and it was
with Mifflin.
it was a barn, literally. It was a barn
Okay.
with like a big giant gravel, I guess, parking lot, if you want to call it that. That became a parking lot, and it's a flea market now. It's where the flea market is in West Mifflin. But yeah, so you go in there. There was no heat and there was no air conditioning. So in the winter you froze. It was so cold in there, and in the summer you were like, melting. Especially
Right,
when you were
of
on
course,
stage.
yes.
It was hot in the barn to begin with, and then when you were on stage, it was a small stage. Literally, I kid you not, it was like from here to there. That was pretty much the stage right
Okay.
there.
Typical Pittsburgh stage.
Yeah. It was tiny, man. So, I would never be able to do a show on there as a lead singer because I bounced all over the damn place, but I was keyboard player at the time in another band with Paganini.
Okay.
So we were, you go in there, man. You're just roasting. Because it was a pretty low roof, too. So they had the cans, literally, I shit you not, like I was in the back with the keyboards and the drums, we were in the back.
Oh, yeah, I've had shows like that.
Yeah, the cans are literally like so close to you that the whole time,
burnt.
your whole time you're like, man, I'm getting a suntan. Like, the back of my neck's all red after the show. And, of course, that was the days of Hairspray. Everybody had the white Aquanet, man. So it was like, I'm amazed nobody's hair caught on fire. But that club was something else, man. Barry was the owner. Dude always had like a fishing tag on.
I was only there once. I think I saw like Whiskey High or one of those metal band type.
It would have been Whiskey High because they were someplace else. I don't think they were around for the Foggy Bottom. Oh, it's someplace else. You mean?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
someplace else was cool.
I was never at. But.
Oh, okay. No, someplace else was great, man. We used to get Sebastian Bach was a regular.
Oh wow.
Anytime they came in town, or if he was in town, he would come in and hang out with bands. Who else was in there? I'm trying to think. I know there were a few people. I think was it a couple of members from Bon Jovi? It was either what's the guitar player? Richie Sambora, I think he's been there a couple of times.
Well, I saw the keyboard player once when they were in town. I saw who's the guy they always play with? Not Grishecki, but Norm Nardini.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
He showed up at this at the Decade.
Well, Springsteen sat in with him anytime he was in. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Bruce Springsteen's music at all, but he is what he is.
Yeah.
America kind ish.
Bruce Springsteen.
I don't even know what to label him.
The thing about Bruce Springsteen is he sucks. And makes terrible music.
You know what, though? Some of the tunes
Not
are really
as bad
good.
As Lenny Kravitz.
It all comes back to Lenny Kravitz with this guy.
Always.
Like Born to Run.
Can't get any worse.
Born to Run is a really, really cool song.
Yeah.
If we could remove Bruce's vocals.
Okay.
There was Frankie Goes to Hollywood, actually. Did a fantastic remake.
Yeah.
And it
Think
sounds
about Lenny
great.
Kravitz.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds
I own
great.
that on vinyl.
Yes. I had it, too. Yeah.
I was a huge Frankie
That was
fan.
side 2. That was on side 2.
Yep.
Actually, it was a double record, if I remember.
Yes,
Wasn't
it
a double
was,
record? Yeah. I mean, I don't even know where it is. Probably long gone now.
There was a bunch of covers, though. They did Ferry Across Mersey.
Yeah, they did San Jose.
Do you know the way to San Jose?
Right to San Jose?
Did you post on Facebook that we're back online?
I did. Why?
Okay, good. I was just making sure.
I was on it.
We've been going this whole time. I
was
want
on
to
it.
make sure.
Yeah, no, Frankie Goes to Hollywood is probably one of the most underrated bands.
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
Seriously. You know what's funny is they're from Liverpool. I never knew until I was in rehab for wounds I was dealing with. And I was in a nursing home. And one of the PTs, Tony, is from Liverpool.
Okay.
I didn't realize every English band is from Liverpool.
I think even their second album was called Liverpool.
Was it? I
Yeah,
never
I
heard
think
the
it
second
was.
one. I didn't know they had a second
I
one.
like
yeah, they had
Liver
a-
and
The
Onion.
one that come out? 90,
probably-
80? Well,
no,
figure
about
Relax. The one with Relax came out, like
83,
83?
84. So this
yeah.
was probably 85, 86.
Oh, okay.
I've never swam in a pool of liver.
No,
Probably
it's
enjoy it
not
because
that
I
nice.
like liver.
It's
If
actually a
wa-
big.
if it's warm, it would be.
It's a
bad.
big shipping town. They make ships and stuff.
Oh,
I
by
didn't
the
know
way,
that. I know more about Liverpool than the average American, thanks to
Tom,
Tony.
Tom here is a master tweeter. I could probably pimp your Twitter account
Oh, if you like.
out here, so you can get like one more follower.
Sweet. Get me up to
It'll be
22.
Sparky. Want it?
Yes,
Sparky. Sparky's our biggest fan.
he's our fan.
He's our fan. Sparky's the man, though. He's funny. He sends me the goofiest shit. So what are you doing over there? So how long have you been playing?
Oh.
Guitar,
Since-
that is.
Guitar?
Yeah.
Wow. It's probably since like mid 80s, so about what, 30 years? Is it?
So how old are you? I'm 47. Exactly.
I'm 45.
Oh, okay, so you're right behind me.
Yeah.
You graduated 89?
87 from high school,
Wow.
91 from college.
Wow. That's impressive. I graduated 87. And I'm 2 years older.
Oh.
Well, in fairness, I was held back a year when we lived in Austria.
Okay.
They put me back a year, and then they were going to put me back another year here. I'm like, no.
What's your
I'm like
Twitter
20
account?
by the time
What's
I
your
graduate.
Twitter account? I'm gonna put it up here. At the at symbol, right?
Yeah. Tom, T-O-M,
TOM.
Kenniston, K-E-N-N-I-S-T-O-M.
That's it. All right. Your
I
Twitter
love this
account's up there
gigantic
now.
All
font
right,
you
thank
put
you.
up here nowadays. But it's huge.
Now you can put your I in the E.
Huh?
Well, there's a.
Oh, me.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the A.
Well, now I'm really dark.
Yeah, you are. I
I need
need
to,
to.
you know, all we got to do is put on that light. Tom, do me a favor. There's a light switch right inside here.
Sure.
We put that light on, and let's see what happens.
The great thing about being paralyzed, you can make
That's
anybody
right.
do anything for you.
Yes. It's not that I just don't feel like moving. Move that thing. Let's see what I look like.
Well, I'm gonna.
No, just drag it to the side. So I'm still dark,
I can- I-
but the wall's lit up, so that's good.
You look
You
like
can
you
see
have.
Tom better.
You look like Csaba.
I look makes it look like a beard.
I can turn.
How'd
the
you get it?
brightness up. There
Why'd
go.
you get into guitar?
There you
of all
go.
the
Ooh, there.
instruments?
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Actually, I started out as a drummer, like in
Did
fifth
you?
grade.
It's like Eddie Van Halen.
And
He
thing
started
is,
out as a drummer.
there's like so many drummers going up to high
Actually,
school.
you know what's funny is that's the first instrument I started playing too.
Did you?
The drums. I
That's
started playing
funny.
drums before I started playing guitar.
That's funny.
So but yeah,
Small
I mean,
world.
I wanted to be in a band, but there's too many drummers. So I'm like, oh, I'll learn guitar.
Oh yeah, because there's a shortage of guitar players.
Yeah, now.
Well,
But at the
There's never a
time-
shortage of drummers and guitar players. You know what's hard to find? Bass players and good singers.
Yes.
Because there are a million singers. Anybody thinks they can sing, but
Like
it's really
me.
hard. No, you do all right. You do.
wow.
You do.
That's the
honestly.
biggest compliment I've ever had.
Yeah, and I don't give empty compliments. I don't. I won't tell you you do all right. if
Attila
you don't do
Domos
all right.
says I sing all right.
Yes, you do all right.
Awesome.
I mean, you know, you haven't been singing like your entire life and shit. You didn't take vocal lessons and all that.
I'm no Lenny Kravitz.
shit. But who is?
Sorry. Sorry, I hate him so
anyway,
much.
getting back.
I hate
you, said
Lenny
you used to
Kravitz.
play drums, then you got into guitar.
Yes.
It wasn't for the women. Come on, guitar.
yeah,
Guitars. Check the guitar more than drums.
Yeah. Maybe.
No
but-
offense to Chubb, the C of the show.
That's a myth.
That's a myth.
Well, I found that out because you think, oh, guitar, that's fine, but it's always the singer.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I mean, like,
That's true.
Now I need to brighten myself more.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's funny. It's funny because you look back on the Big Bad Wolf days, and it's Billy and I who can't stand one another. Well, actually, I don't like him. I don't know. I don't care how he feels about me. I can't stand the dude. He's a
That's
total
funny
dirtbag. So
because
I'm assuming that dude lies, cheats, steals, whatever.
the other night I was talking to Chubb.
Hey,
and
I'm bright now.
He said, "Yeah, I turned your brightness up."
Awesome.
That was earlier.
You needed to turn up my brightness.
He was talking about the guy who's his favorite bass player that he ever played with. I'm like,
Who's
"Who's your
Chubb?
favorite guitar player that you've ever played with?" I'm like, and he's like,
Not Billy.
No, that's what he said.
Oh,
Just-
really?
Just to be an ass to me.
That's funny.
And I cried a little bit. I bled. I had
No,
a
I will
nosebleed.
say one thing. Billy always knew what I wanted. So when it came down to actual music, Billy and I were fine. It's just he's an asshole of a person.
Personality, yeah.
He's a total asshole. And it's not. This ain't just me saying it, and me saying it in my book, and me saying it on the show.
And right now,
so it's been well documented.
Yeah, it's not just been well documented by me. It's been documented by the courts. It's been documented by his ex-wife, all of his girlfriends he ever dated, people he ever worked with. In fact, some guy was trying to pick a fight with me when we still had I was in the band, and we still had the band going. And probably about 3 years into our band, I'm hanging out at Eden Park, right near someplace else, with a couple of friends.
I
And
know
some,
that Eden Park.
yeah, right up the hill and across
Yep.
the street. And some dude in there, he was there with a couple of guys, and they were sitting in the booth behind us, and we started talking and going back and forth. And he was like, "So what band you in?" I said, "Oh, Big Bad Wolf." And he's like, "Who's in there?" I'm like, "It's I mentioned him." As soon as I said Billy Beharry, he got up and wanted to beat my ass. He was trying to pick a fight, and I was like, "I'm not going to fight you over a dude I don't even like." I just won't do it. You know what I mean?
Oh yes.
Like if you want to give me a real reason, we can throw down. But I'm certainly not going to defend you because I can't stand my asshole guitar player. So that was pretty much our relationship. It's such a cliche guitar player and lead singer relationship.
well,
but there's a
Huh.
reason for it. There really is.
Yes.
if we don't get a lead singer, then I'll just be the guitar player and lead singer, so I can just hate myself.
Well, plus you're also Gemini, so I mean, why not? I mean, you already kind of probably do hate yourself being a Gemini.
I don't think that matters.
I think one part of you loves you, the other one is like, I resent me.
No, I love all of me.
You love all of you? That's just one part of you talking right now. So, anyway, baby, getting back to Tom. Quit interrupting.
Yeah. Yeah, this
Tom's
is about
here
me,
still?
Brian.
It's a Tom
yeah.
show right now.
Get out of here. Go. I just endorsed your Twitter account. You can go now.
Okay. I want
I
to put
took down bluepella.com.
Uh-oh.
Something that's really important just
That's
to put
right.
up your Twitter account.
so tweets about farts aren't important.
I think they are.
I'm saying they are. That's why I put
Oh,
it up.
okay.
Oh, that's why you
I thought you implied that it wasn't. Okay. Well, thank you.
If you haven't already followed at Tom
The funny thing
Kenister.
is I have a Twitter account, and I'd never, ever use mine.
I don't either.
I
But
hate Twitter. But you know what? People love it, man.
The great thing about Tom Kennisting and hashtag fart.
What? There's a hashtag? Oh,
I don't know.
hashtag.
He'll take like a screenshot of the tweet and post it, so you don't have to go and look at it.
Ah, nice.
So if you're friends with him on Facebook,
Well, that's nice of you.
Well,
You're probably
I
not
enjoy
watching this.
interacting with companies, and their
he actually has a book.
and their trolls that man their accounts. And
So you troll companies? Is that what?
oh, of course, yes.
Nice.
If you actually,
Somebody needs to.
If you actually go and look up this Twitter account, you'll see exactly what he's talking about. It's really funny.
Yes, we need more of that, man. We need more people just busting the balls of companies.
And
Especially GM. Did you see the recent thing?
No, I didn't.
GM tells you that you don't own your car. They're trying to get that changed in court so you don't own your car. Right? Here's why. Because all the electronics inside, they want you. You know, they claim that they want it's their
GM's
shit,
probably
it's
owned.
copyrights, right? They say all this shit that they have in is copyright. They don't want you jailbreak or whatever the term is, to bust it open. But my attitude is like, dude, once I paid for it, I don't give a
mine,
shit. Yeah, But apparently,
It's
John.
like that whole thing with Xbox. Like people were modding their Xboxes.
Oh yeah.
Well, the thing is, apparently John Deere
That's the only
started this
thing I
shit.
can relate it to.
John Deere, you don't own your John Deere when you buy it. Yeah, you're not allowed to take it apart and shit. And I'm like, what the?
I
know what I mean?
never heard of that.
Yeah, yeah. So now GM is following suit,
So
and I'm like, oh,
Xbox,
well, there's another reason not to
John
buy
Deere.
American. I'm like, you need any more reasons?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard enough to get people to buy American with all the cheap shit coming out from out of the world. All right, Joel, thank you for stopping by. Happy birthday. Thank you, buddy. Take care. Bye, Bela. Good seeing you. Yeah, so GM needed one more reason to turn people away from Japan or themselves and send them to.
Well, I
Japan.
might have to send out a nasty tweet to them.
You should. Yeah, you look it up. Actually, that was one
if
of
you
the
get a
stories I had here.
response, you got to come up with something clever.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yes.
They're
I'm sure,
always
dude. I'm
clever.
sure they got like 10,000 hits easy by now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's just so idiotic, and that's
Well, I
their
mean,
claim. But
that's the thing. A lot of Tom's tweets have actually went through to like some pretty high-end businesses,
awesome.
which I love seeing their responses to.
Yeah.
It's usually really funny. Tom's very clever with his
No, the
fart
best
humor.
one though was for Captain Crunch. I tweeted to them. I'm like asking if the captain was the head of the Somali pirates, and they served me back. it was something. He replied like, "I can't even speak Somali. All I can say is here's a spoon or fetch that water." And but whoever runs their account did a great job. Getting me on that.
That's funny.
Anti-trolls.
You know what the funny thing is? You mentioned Captain Crunch. I just saw a story about the cereals in general, like the General Mills or whatever. The difference between the shit that's in the cereal here and the shit that's in the cereal in Europe. You read the labels in Europe and it's all like natural stuff. You read the shit here, it's shit you can't even pronounce.
Right, yeah.
Like why do we get the garbage? Why do we put up with all this garbage? Why is America the third world nation of North America? I mean, you get better shit in Canada. Hell, it's getting to the point you're getting better shit in Mexico. Like if I'm going to get good drugs, I go down to Mexico. And I don't mean like illegal drugs necessarily, but I'm talking pharmaceutical drugs. I can go down to Mexico or, Cuba or wherever and get the shit for like 75 cents. For the same thing, I pay $500 for here.
Or if you look just like a Coke, they put real sugar instead of
Yeah.
syrup in it.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling.
fructose corn syrup.
It's mind-boggling that in Europe they can force companies to actually make real food and real products, and here it's perfectly okay that they just feed us this nonsense of shit you can't even pronounce. I mean, hell, spam's probably better
I can't
for you
pronounce
at this point
most
than
English words.
Yeah.
Acetaminophen.
Right. You run into words like that are like this freaking long. Oh, here's a funny story I read too.
This long. Well, if it's this long, like with the text up there, it's just three letters.
Yes.
So
Here's a funny
Tom
story
can't
that I
see
read.
that text
Who was
because
I talking with
he's
about?
over there.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong
The
side.
screen's right here.
Somebody did a study of lyrics in number one songs. And I don't know, did you see this post?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, this dude, he's like a linguistic expert or some bullshit. And he did a study of lyrics. And they came to the realization that it's at a third grade level. All number one songs in America, on average, are at a third grade level. Written, the words.
Mine aren't.
Oh, actually, I did see that. Now
Right.
you mentioned.
But here's the
That
funny
makes
thing.
sense.
Well, I mean, that's their target audience, dude.
Well, I mean, but then you got like, you're saying average, right?
The number one songs.
Oh, okay. Well,
The songs that were actually they had to be. They had
because
to
the
be,
first thing that comes to mind is Lenny Kravitz,
Yeah, well, you
and
know.
that's easily. mm,
No, but here's the thing,
That's
right?
easily
They did
kindergarten
it. It
level.
was the songs had to be number one on the top Billboard charts for like 3 weeks to qualify, and they found that country music. They did 4 genres: country, rock,
Lenny Kravitz.
pop, and rap. Right, hip hop. And he found that country ranked the highest. It was actually a 3.3. But here's the funny
That's
thing.
surprising.
Well, I said the same thing. So I dug further into the article, and I found out that the reason it's higher is because the way this test is done is it's dumb. It just goes by the syllables of words you use. Like the more syllables in a word, the higher your score.
Oh.
So country music uses words like Mississippi, Alabama, state names that they're talking, or
Okay.
you know what I mean, things like that. So so that's why they scored high. It's not because it's actually the shit is written at a higher than third grade level. It's just because every third song lists Alabama, or you know what I mean. So
This is a song by Lenny Kravitz. I have it pulled
Yes.
up on the screen right now.
yes,
Fly Away.
yes, yeah.
Have you?
yeah,
That's
if
3
you-
syllables.
Yeah. If you ever listen to any of the lyrics by Lenny Kravitz, here we go. I'm gonna do a reading
Okay.
of Fly Away.
I feel like it's
What is? Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Put it on. Yeah, there you go. Leave it on. There you go.
Okay,
Good.
here we go. You guys ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
You guys ready to lose some IQ points?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I wish I could fly into the sky.
As
So
opposed
ver-
to into the ground.
So very high, just like a dragonfly. I'd fly above the trees.
Wait, Ronnie
Dragon-
Fly
Dra-
with Dragonfly? That's bad.
Well, not only that, but dragonflies don't fly that high.
Yeah, they don't. They fly
Eagles
like
fly much
they fly
higher.
like a few feet above a swamp.
Yeah, right. Eagles fly way up there.
Over the seas, in all degrees.
Again,
to anywhere I
dragonflies.
please.
I don't want to bust it, but dragonflies don't fly over the seas.
No. Maybe a pond.
Yeah, pond,
then-
maybe a little moat area.
Then you get the chorus. Oh, I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, by the way, they count words like yeah, and things like
This
that.
this is my favorite part. Let's go see the. Let's go and see the
That's
stars.
a third grade level.
Let's go and see the stars.
That's
the
what we're talking about.
The Milky Way, or even Mars, because Mars is bigger than the Milky Way.
Apparently, it's been a star now, not a planet.
Well, the Milky Way has become what if it's smaller than?
Let's go see the
Mars.
Milky Way, or even Mars.
Maybe he was talking about the candy bar, dude. That's definitely
That's
smaller
true.
than Mars.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. But a Mars bar might be bigger than a Milky Way bar.
That's like being in New.
Dude got fat as
Oh,
hell. He's
yeah, I
probably
didn't
talking
think
about
about
Mars.
that. I
Yeah,
didn't
he's
think
probably
it-
talking about chocolate, dude. Have you
He's-
seen him
He's
recently?
probably getting paid by that.
He looks like he's put away a lot of Milky Way and Mars.
That's like living in Pittsburgh and be like, let's go.
Downtown.
Let's go travel the world, or even Philadelphia.
Nobody travels to Philadelphia, dude.
That's all I'm gonna read. That's all I'm gonna read of this song. I'm done. Lenny Kravitz. You
All
suck.
right.
Please
Well, between
die.
the couple of chugs of beer I had and those lyrics, I am now dumber. Thank you. But his genius is in the music. Those freaking 3 chords.
Don't- I like the bass in that song. If you take
He's
all,
got that bald chick bass player, don't he?
that's probably why it's
You
good.
know
Yeah.
what I'm talking
No,
about?
no.
She's pretty badass. I don't know her
No,
name.
she's a drummer.
Was she a drummer? I thought it was
Yeah.
a bass player. I could have sworn it was a bass player.
The bass is cool.
It don't matter.
Right.
Whatever. He's got a bald black chick in the band. Bald black babe. The triple B's. Yes, and I'm not a big Neil Young fan either.
You can make a good song using only 3 chords,
Yes,
but that's not the way to do it.
but what you need to do is you need to use states names like Mississippi and Alabama in there, and then you bring your score up. That's how country music does it for real. And what else? Patriotism. They use words like that. It's
Yeah,
like shit. Shit that just they'll probably instead of saying USA, they'll be like United States of America. Drag that shit out. Get those extra ching points.
So big words make you smarter.
Yeah, but apparently it doesn't matter what the big word is. Just the more syllables, the better.
Mississippi, Mississippi, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
That
That's
train,
the smartest song.
Chattanooga choo choo must
Smartest song ever written just now by me.
be like Mississippi,
Mississippi.
Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana,
Idaho.
Ooh, that's-
Mississippi.
You gotta end with Idaho.
That's
For
only
no
3
reason.
syllables.
I know. You gotta change it up, man.
That's true.
Throw a little mix in there.
Delaware. Colorado.
Colorado.
So any song
Maine.
mentioned California makes it smarter.
You can't write songs about Maine. That's why
Yeah,
no one's
sure.
ever written a song about Maine.
What about Stephen King?
I give up on watching anything that guy does. I do. Seriously. I get suckered into all his shows, and they all end up sucking. They all end up sucking.
If you're gonna be
I
part
hear
of
the books are good. I never read the books.
If you're going to be part of the conversation, you got to get on a microphone.
But my God, they kill me with the shows. I can't tell you how many times. What was it? Under the Dome? I started watching. I watched like 2 seasons of that, and I was so angry.
The people will be confused. The people watching.
Yeah.
Watch, it's
Under
going to
the Dome.
crash right when she starts talking in the microphone. Here goes. Dawn on the microphone. Take 2. Those are the headphones that only come through one ear too.
What are you doing?
I'm observing. 'Cause I don't want to break the whole fucking thing.
I don't think you will.
Move it there. Ooh.
Look. Ow!
Ah, everything's broken.
Ow.
Headphones.
Oh, I was gonna say though, if people are gonna
Oh
adapt
God, oh
Stephen
God.
King,
Oh God, oh God.
Get
Oh
it,
God,
you
oh
gotta,
God. Yay! There we go. What about Stephen
I
King?
was gonna say if you're gonna adapt them, you gotta do like Anthrax did. Write,
What's that?
Write songs, like their Among the Living album. They're based on like 3 or 4 of the songs are based on Stephen King
Oh, are they?
stories. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, do they end disappointingly like all Stephen King movies? TV
Actually,
shows?
better than the movies, but
Oh, come on. It was awful. I mean, I was
Was
so
it?
hooked
I've
into
never-
it. I was so hooked in, and that was like a 3-day event or some bullshit. I remember. It was way back in the day. And I'm getting into it. I'm like, yeah. At the end, he's a frickin'
Hey.
spider.
That's
Oh, I didn't
That
see that
scary-ass clown was a frickin' spider.
like
I was
MCP
angry.
pants.
I was angry.
I was just gonna say you said most of the lyrics in I Wanna or Fly Away when you said yeah.
I did. Yeah.
You remembered.
I remembered subconsciously. See, now there it is. 3rd grade level. Shut
And now
up,
that
dog.
Dawn's here, she doesn't want to say anything.
I know, she's got the mic and headphones.
Well, okay. Well, I am a really huge Stephen King fan.
I don't say I don't like the guy. I don't know him. I'm just telling you, I'm very disappointed in every adaptation to a film or
Becau-
TV. It kills me. They
Beca-
ruin it.
Well, because when a writer turns his thing over to the producers,
But that's his
and all
fault.
that stuff, how is
Because
well,
you don't allow that dude has got more money than God by now. Quit putting out a book every week and actually only sell your shit to people who are actually going to do good work with it.
Honestly, if you could just read some of his stuff, his
I'm not knocking the
character
books.
development is amazing.
I'm not knocking the books. Haha, they busted him. They got him.
What happened?
What happened?
My neighbor Bob. Don't make us go over there.
We'll get the ladder. Oh, come on, you big.
Yeah, no. The bottom line with Stephen King is he's got to select.
I like
shit
this
better.
microphone. It's just kind of it's
got-
out there for.
He's got to make better selections. I don't know why he allows people to butcher his shit. If indeed his books are that good, why
They
do you
really
consistently
are.
allow people to butcher your shit? Unless he's just in it for the money, and that's my problem. You know, quit just being in it for the
Sell out.
money.
Well, also,
Quit just being in it for the money.
what was
you
the
know?
kid's name in it?
I don't remember.
the
man.
very
I was-
beginning?
when did that was like 86 or something, 87, 88 when that came out. That was like long time ago.
Yeah.
Little Billy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he was an idiot. If there's a sewer,
Although Cujo was
if,
decent,
if
but I
there's
don't
like
remember how
a
that
clown
ended.
in a sewer,
We actually ended different.
you don't.
though.
You
It was
don't
an
hang out and
alien,
talk to
bro.
him.
I'm sure
Cujo.
they all do.
It was all revealed in the end. It was an alien.
So,
Well, if
did you
you're a-
watch Under the Dome?
No.
Good. It's horrible.
I don't know. I feel
It's horrible. It's bad
You
acting.
know, honestly, I really agree with you.
It's bad acting.
It's hard to adapt. You know,
Not
his-
really. You just got to get people who have the talent for doing it.
You gotta
And
get decent
dialogue. You need to write better dialogue. It kills me. I mean, the dialogue in his movies. I don't know what it's like in the books because, like I said, I haven't read the books. But the dialogues in every one of his movies are no better than say 8th grade level tops. Whoever
Well,
writes that shit, I want
better
to
than
slap
Lenny
him.
Kravitz.
Yeah,
Well,
but
honestly,
is that something to brag about?
it's-
Like we're better than that's like USA. We're better than Uganda. You know, not something to pound your chest about. Well, slightly.
Urine. We're
Just a
better
little
than
bit.
feces.
Yeah, slightly.
That was
Um,
a Tom joke.
Skeleton
appreciate
Crew.
that.
Read
Thank you.
Skeleton Crew.
I
It's
know.
a collection of
I'm
books.
dyslexic. I hate to read. I do.
I didn't watch the Under the
Books on
Dome
tape.
because
I
the
can't
guy,
take it.
The guy who played Hank on Breaking Bad.
Yes.
I didn't like him on there. So
What?
What, on
What?
Breaking
You
Bad?
didn't like
didn't
Hank on
No,
Breaking
What?
Bad.
He's not a very good actor, but he was great. I mean, just like everybody else. See,
He
the
was-
writing,
he
the
was my
writing in
absolute-
Breaking Bad was awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hank was my favorite character.
See,
in
in
Breaking Bad?
I-
Boy, who did I
oh,
like best
he
in
was so
Breaking
great.
Bad, man?
I like Badger.
I'll be honest with you. I loved
I like
Saul on
Badger.
Breaking Bad, and I love that they made Better Call Saul.
Yes.
I don't think they
That
could have picked
was
a better spinoff.
Really, really good.
Actually,
and
yeah,
I
Saul
was
would be my
so
favorite character.
impressed.
Saul is definitely one of mine.
So impressed with that.
How do you
actor.
not like Hank?
Incredibly
like the most-
impressed.
He's that stupid jock guy
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
to high
but-
school with.
But who was the
and
most annoying character on there, though?
But
It
he
had
was
to be.
so
It had to be his
real.
wife
Skylar-
and son.
Skylar, yeah.
His wife and
Oh,
son. I
God.
wanted to kill both of them. I was.
You're being a bitch.
Don't make fun of disabled man. I'm in a wheelchair. No, I'm kidding. No, I wanted to kill both of them. I just wanted to run over and like kick out his crutches. And
I would
just
get
kick
up
him
and like do a jig
But
on
I'm paralyzed, I can't.
on camera.
I was
Just
hoping
to-
like they would
just to
die in a
spite
burning
you, but
fire
I
or
can't
something.
because there's not enough
Skylar
room right here.
definitely was a C word.
Which one was that? The wife?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. She was.
Hank's
you know,
wife was kind of annoying too.
she-
Yeah.
yeah.
I
yeah.
think they're on the
Marie-
same
Well, they were
level of
sisters,
annoyance.
weren't they?
They're
Yeah.
minerals, Marie. They're minerals.
Yeah.
I love Hank.
Oh, you know who else I also liked on the other side character who was in Better Call Saul is the old Philly
Oh,
cop.
Mike.
Mike, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
also liked
fixer,
him. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
He was a bad mofo.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
yeah, he
you-
was.
you're
But he
talking
moves like
about-
2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You're talking
got
about
it
the guy
Until
with
he
the
took
weird
that
shaped head?
gun away from that
Yeah, the
big
bald dude.
ape.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember when he
Yeah.
did that?
Oh, you're talking about in Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he-
but
he
no,
was a
we're talking
badass.
like in Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was a bad.
Yeah,
Once I saw his character, like he was the guy in the booth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ticket booth. Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, yeah, he was cool. I mean, again, I liked I think every character except for like I said, Saul's wife or Hank. Damn it.
Walter.
Yeah, Walter. Thank you, Walter White. His wife and son, man, I could have really done without them. And you're right. Hank's wife had her very annoying moments as well. You know?
So, since you brought up Better Call Saul, what did you think of Michael McKean in that role?
I
Was
thought
the
it was
brother?
fantastic. It
Wasn't
was
he
really, really
awesome?
good. I mean, I haven't seen everything it done, but you know, when I think Michael or Michael McKean, yeah, I always think Laverne and Shirley.
Lenny and
Yeah, yeah, Lenny and Squiddy. You know, so it's like he's really come a long way from that. But you know,
Absolutely.
but he's a really good actor, though.
He's like he's.
Was he the one who went to CMU? I think he went to CMU.
I believe he did go to CMU.
You know who
but-
else did? Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ted
he
Danson
did.
graduated.
But-
In fact, I met Ted Danson at CMU.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that really a hairpiece?
yeah. I don't know. He was great,
How
man.
bad
He
is
was
this
totally
rug?
He wasn't in blackface then, right?
No, he wasn't. With the Whoopi Goldberg
Yes.
thing. What was that about?
Yeah,
When he did, that was like, I mean, that had to be beyond a publicity stunt. You know what I mean? It was just so.
it's
I don't
just
know
so
what you're
bizarre.
talking
Yeah.
about.
It's just
Ted
out there.
Danson and Whoopi Goldberg. What the hell was that all about?
I don't know what they're talking about.
Whoopi
I don't
Goldberg, you know who she
maybe
is?
He's hung.
Yeah, I know who.
Okay,
Whoopi
they made
Goldberg
the
is.
two of them made a movie,
I don't know who the
something
two-
like
who's the other
Southern
president?
America.
Yeah.
Ted Danson.
Who's Ted
Cheers. He plays Sam Malone from Cheers.
Nope. No Cheers.
Greatest show ever. I love Cheers. I mean,
I've never
it's
seen
comedies.
Cheers.
Really?
Isn't
You've
that?
never
You
seen
should have to watch it
He
from the
was on
beginning.
Becker?
Watch it from the beginning.
It really,
Yeah, Becker.
It was really
I
a
didn't
Wait,
like
wait.
Becker.
How does the
He
intro?
was just like an
how does
angry
the theme
Sam Malone.
song?
Yeah.
How does the theme song to Cheers go?
Sometimes you like
making
to
your
go
way in the
where-
world today takes everything you
Got-
got.
Yeah, it's piano
Making a
based.
break from all your.
Everybody
I can't
knows.
really
ya.
sing.
Da-da-da-da-da.
What
Okay,
you like
I know the
Get
intro.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah. No.
I don't know the actual show, but I know that.
Sometimes you
Nah, Cheers
wanna
is great.
go where
Sam-
everybody knows your name. yeah.
yeah. Sam Malone, he played a bartender who was a former alcoholic and pitcher for the Boston Red
Yes.
Sox. So, you know, he owned and ran the bar.
He's Mr. He's Mr.
But he was like Mr.
Where
Ladies'
he
Man.
get his swerve on
Yes,
with
yes.
every galley.
Yeah, every woman.
We need
loved him.
another camera.
He was like the
There's only
Fonz.
3 of us.
He was basically the Fonz on Cheers.
Yeah.
Same type of character. He got
Oh,
all the chicks.
Was
He was.
cooler.
Except his office wasn't in the
Oh,
bathroom.
nobody was cooler than Fonz. Like, hey, come on. He has a jukebox and it comes on
But I've always wondered why did Fonz have his office in the bathroom?
because he's the Fonz.
Smell? Does he like smelling guys going to the bathroom?
Hey,
you
that's
know?
his area.
So, hey.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Well,
what do you
okay,
do
Tom-
when you mark your turf?
Tom,
Huh?
You are the
piss.
feces expert, so give us.
We
Yeah, I don't
need to
know.
know.
Give us your
the
theory.
poop.
You don't.
My theory is he'd like to hear and smell guys relieving themselves.
Made him feel better.
That's not so cool about him, but hey, that might be it.
Henry Winkler. That was a great character. I loved Fonz, man. Like when I
By
came
the way,
over.
Attila, I'm saying this live. I think Tom should be our weekly like fecal correspondent.
Why not?
Why do you consult him with poop?
He could be our
Because-
white Ali.
Anytime there's some weird thing,
How's it smell out there, Ali?
anytime there's some weird poop thing in the news, everyone on Facebook is like, "Is that you?"
Dude, I got a weird poop for you. I was going to talk about that. There was a story. Yeah, it's one of the stories I was going to bring up. And I think it was right here in Pennsylvania. I forget which county it was.
Our
but
fecal consult.
Yeah. They were having a Sweet 16 birthday party, and all this shit fell out of the sky all over them.
Oh,
Apparently, somebody accidentally released it in an airplane flying by, and it hit them. Dude, it hit the cake. It hit the tents. There was just shit flying
That's like
out of the sky.
that's like Joe Dirt's asteroid.
Can you imagine that though? You're like, oh, you're Sweet 16.
My
Chick's
sweet
traumatized.
16.
This is my 21st. I should be.
You're lucky
being,
you got in by no.
I'm looking up for poop right now.
I should
I'm
be
covered.
being treated like a
I'm covered.
princess right
21st.
now.
You should be doing 21 shots and puking in the alley.
Should be-
Puking rice-a-roni. Just
Well,
like
Monday,
technically-
dude. Monday, you got to do the crawl. Go down south
Technically,
side and do the
it's-
crawl.
It's Sunday at
He'll die
midnight.
before he gets 4 bars.
It's Sunday at midnight.
What do you think, Brian? You want to load up in the bitchin' Fiero, and I'll take you. I'll
Take
take
it down
you
south
bar.
side, bar hopping.
Does it run?
We'll put on some Molly
We haven't-
Hatchet.
It's downhill
It
from here.
runs.
Molly
It
Hatchet flirting with
runs.
disaster and just do
We
shots.
will flirt with disaster, Lord. Yeah.
We were supposed to go to the Funny Bone, like at midnight on Sunday, but we haven't planned it. So if you have a plan, if you want to do something, that's fine. That's fine with me.
Well,
Anything.
I would be your.
I don't want to plan my own birthday when I'm
Yeah, I
21 because I don't know what's going on. In
Go down
Southside.
south side and do the crawl.
I don't know what that is.
That's
Someone
doing
has to-
every
someone has
bar.
to
That's
take
doing
me
a
to it.
shot in every single bar down
You
there.
gotta have your homies with you. Though.
Very
Okay.
few people make it more than like a dozen
I,
bars.
I trust Don. though.
I got my money's on Brian.
Oh, I'm betting
We'll
all
feed
I
him.
got
my,
against
my
him.
brother's got all his friends too that'll like buy me drinks and
We'll
shit.
like
so.
feed you up.
I always bet against everybody.
Well, you
and
gotta
I
do
win
the
money.
Always
Chris,
Sunny.
Hey.
There's Nikki. Look, here she shows up. All late.
We have more people. Hey, we have another.
What's up,
microphone.
Hoop? What's going on? Nothing. We're still doing our podcast, having a good time. What's up, brother?
I told
Thank
you we shouldn't have
It's
stopped.
also Brian's birthday, by the way. He's turning 21.
This is a joint birthday party
How are you?
/ podcast.
Thank you. Come,
Slash.
grab some
Joint?
food.
What?
Food, drinks, be
Joint?
merry.
A joint
A joint?
birthday party.
A joint birthday party.
As in,
Well, the worst
you
thing
all
you
get
can do for
together
that
on
is
your
pass out.
birthday and smoke a joint.
That's right. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Spaceballs. Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Okay,
I preferred Spaceballs to placemat.
I love
too many of
Spaceballs.
these now.
I like the Spaceballs a flamethrower. That was awesome,
I
man.
loved how everything was Spaceballs, whatever it
yeah.
was. And
Well, Spaceballs a flamethrower was a big hit with the kids.
I'm not going to be
They
able
love
to
the-
take all this equipment down.
Spaceballs, the breakfast cereal.
yeah.
Please, just plain old yogurt. I love everything about Spaceballs.
I haven't seen that either.
Are they're making a Spaceballs 2 or a History of the World Part 2. They're making one of them. I can't remember which one it
really
is.
hope.
I haven't heard either one.
Oh, I love Mel.
Me too. I want to, and he's getting old now. But you know what? I mean, as old as he looks, he still has his wits about him.
You're
He's-
right on.
He's. I saw an interview that.
Unlike Gene
Be in
Wilder.
his 80s, man.
Gene Wilder.
I think he's
really
pushing 90.
old.
I think he's like 90 something.
No kidding. You're
he's,
right.
He's up there.
Hey, have you guys seen Gene Wilder lately?
No.
He's fucking
Gene Wilder.
Well, he's not as
even-
old as Mel Brooks.
Getting close.
old. What about Dick Van Dyke?
Well, he's closing the gap, but I have a feeling he'll never catch up. The who? Dick
the
Van
weird
Dyke.
thing about
Dick Van Dyke was one of my favorite actors.
He's
Dude,
like
that dude is so
he's
good.
like 160 and he's still handsome.
But not only that, but he moves like a butterfly. That dude's
You know,
movements are
that
something
guy
else.
has so much Brill cream in his hair, it's like bulletproof.
bro cream.
The thing, like if you
Oh,
Brill
Brill bro
cream.
cream. Bro cream's something else.
That Brill. Oh,
Oh.
no, I don't know
Although
what
that
I
would
said.
that would probably keep the hair stiff too.
I'm just talking about that shit they used to put in their hair in the 50s. And stuff.
It's like in what is it, a Mary movie. Something about Mary.
Oh, yeah,
Her
she
hair
grabs it
stands
off his
straight
hair.
Oh yeah. where did it go? And he's like
Oh,
dangling from
thanks.
his ear.
That's good to make stiff peaks.
Is that hair gel?
Brett Favre.
I haven't seen that movie in a while.
That's so
Me
gross.
neither.
I like that movie.
The
They had that
Kingsman. You
band.
gotta see The Kingsman, dude.
Yeah, I
love The
saw
Kingsman.
that on
I love
your
that movie.
FB. The
Huh?
Kingsman.
No, The
happening?
Kingsman was cool. It was one of the coolest movies I've seen in a while, man.
What's it about? Give us the basic.
It's like a really cool, fun James Bond, and it's got comedy. It's funny, it's fun, and it's got a good pace to it, and really cool fight scenes. Just done very well with good effects and everything. It's cool, man.
Where can we find it?
Does Lenny
can find it
Kravitz do
on,
any songs for the soundtrack?
No, I don't think so.
Is
I'll
it
go
on,
safe.
Is
I
it on
wasn't gonna bring him
Netflix?
into this. I wasn't gonna bring him into this, but you had to. Why?
Is
I
it a
saw you thinking
Netflix pick?
He's-
Absolutely. Well, it's not on Netflix yet, but
All right,
I
so
slowly
in fact, I think
if
it
fading.
still
you
might be
are
in the
on
theaters.
Netflix, Tom and I found the most awesome movie
What's
last
that?
night, and we really wish
Most
we
awesome by
would
terrible.
What is it?
awesomely
bad one?
crapola fest.
Oh, I got one for you, but go ahead.
I got one, too.
What was it?
Zombievers.
Zombie.
Zombievers.
Zombie.
I heard
You know what that reminds me?
Beavers.
Do you watch?
Don't you have that at your house?
Do you
I
watch?
do not have Zombievers
Big Bang
in my
Theory?
collection, but
Okay.
you
No,
know
I
what?
don't.
It,
Oh, okay.
my zombie movie collection would not be complete
So,
without
Without
a copy of
Zombievers?
something real
Zombievers.
quick. Inglorious Bastards is on Netflix right now. So.
That was a good movie.
Glorious
Yeah.
Bastards.
What
Kate-
time's it
Caitlin
Oh
on?
yeah,
told me
that's
that.
that's a strange movie. Go kill me some Nazis.
Oh,
Nazis.
What time's
It
it
was
on?
intense.
You owe me 100.
That's
Nazi
my new thing.
scalps.
So, someone goes, "Oh, you should check this out." Whatever on Netflix. I'm like, "Well, what time's it on?"
Right.
And they kind of give you that look like.
And they're like,
I've been watching Salem. Salem's
Fart-
pretty cool, man. You watch Salem?
Fart
I
o'clock.
haven't watched Salem.
It's pretty
Which
cool.
is-
It's pretty cool.
Did you see
24/7.
Hemlock Grove
Yes.
at all?
No.
There's some supernatural stuff in
Oh, yeah?
that. You got to check it out. Check it out.
Is that on
the
Netflix?
the best werewolf transformation I've ever seen was on Hemlock Grove. The
Huh.
guy just
It was actually even better than like American Werewolf in London.
it
That was kind of gross,
even
but this was
better.
even worse.
It was even better.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think some other
Werewolves of
shows I watched
Alabama.
on there, like, well, actually Henry right there, he did effects to a movie that's going to be coming out on Netflix. You have a thing for me? I like you too, big boy. What's that?
I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna use the restroom. So if you want, to come on.
Yeah, hop in. Join us.
Trade off.
You're part of the conversation.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
right
but
now all they hear is us.
come on
Nobody is
in.
hearing you.
Grab a mic,
gotta-
bro.
You got it. You have to
So what?
Bring it up for you. It's 100 sci-fi movie classics, all the 60s and 50s.
say it in the microphone.
Nice. Old school sci-fi.
100.
Nice.
What was that then? 100 sci-fi movie classics.
It's got the Day the Earth Stood Still. That's like one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, that was
It's what? Oh.
Wild Women. Of,
No, I love whatchamacallit. The Day the Earth Stood Still. That's one of my all-time favorite sci-fi classics.
That's a cool one.
Should
The
I
Day
put-
the Earth Stood Still.
Should I point the camera?
The
over there?
original, not this crap remake with whoever it was.
Keanu.
Yeah, that was awful. That was
No,
so bad.
Wasn't it crap?
That was
It was
total
that
crap.
was
It
Nick
was terrible.
Cage, right?
Who?
Day the Earth Stood Still. Nick Cage.
The Day the Earth Stood No.
No,
It was Keanu Reeves.
It was Keanu
Yeah,
Reeves,
Keanu Reeves.
playing the part of the.
It had what's his
alien.
name's son in it too. Will Smith's son, Jaden, whatever his name is.
Oh wait, Day the.
The
I'm,
Day the
I'm
Earth
thinking
Stood
in,
Still.
I'm thinking of another apocalypse movie with.
You're thinking of the snowy one,
You got to see the Day the Earth Stood Still, but the 1956 version or whenever
where
that
there
came out.
was the
That was so
giant
good.
metal guy. It was the
Gord.
metal.
Gord. Gord. Of course, in this remake they got to
What
give him a
movie am I
clever acronym, and they just outthought everything. It was so awful, man.
How come
You know,
nobody
and the
wants
thing-
to talk into a camera?
The thing
Or
about
not a camera,
that
a
movie, the
microphone.
thing that made the Day the Earth Stood Still so great is it was sci-fi based, but really it was just a psychological thriller. That's all it was.
Right on.
It didn't matter. It didn't have to be. It could have been Russians or it could have been anybody else. It didn't have to be, aliens. It just happened to be
like
aliens.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn was cool. The original, the remake was.
That's
eh.
right.
But you know what? The remake of Red Dawn was better than the remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still.
I agree.
I'm
know,
still
that's-
thinking of an apocalypse movie with Nicolas Cage. It was fairly recent,
What was that? It was
Wasn't-
shite.
within the last 5 years.
Was it Left
I'm not- you know what?
Behind?
I can't
I
stand-
was really barfed over the Left.
I can't
Behind
stand like
one.
apocalypse movies anymore.
Yeah, they're pretty dumb.
They're
They are.
everywhere.
I know.
Well, you know.
The Rock's got one coming out. 'Cause, like The Rock doesn't come out with a new movie every week.
Yeah.
It's a slow week for him if he's not
Well,
releasing
like,
a new film.
the whole world's in a shit hits the fan scenario.
Yeah.
So then
Rock's gonna save it.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, give me a break, man. No more of those movies.
What is that? What is this movie I'm thinking of?
I can't help you. Why don't you
Someone's
Google it?
watching, and they know the answer. And they're
Sparky
telling,
probably like Googled you like
they're
50 times
they're
or
yelling
emailed
at
you
the
50
screen.
times. That's funny.
Someone
Who's
died.
how many viewers do you have?
Probably 0.
Yeah, by now.
People
3.
usually view later. Oh, we got
3.
3. Well, one of them was my buddy Sean.
Well,
got
when
into his
when
messaging.
I listen to the AB
Yeah.
Shoe show,
Every shoe show.
you know
we should
what?
do a thing about shoes, just for Dawn.
Yeah, Leanie's been making my drinks. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Mine too, apparently.
Actually, I
Okay,
made
Tom's
your
back.
last drink. I gave it a little bit more hair. Do you like it?
Well, I told her vodka, Kahlua, half and half.
You
And they
know,
drink them
I
back
used
like
to
this. I'm
I
like,
used to
what happened?
tend bar, and I made them the
Strong?
way I was taught. 2 shots of
Strong
vodka.
or watered down?
Nah, 2 shots of vodka, 1 shot of Kahlua, and then you just give it a little splash.
Yeah.
Just a little splash.
Just a little
half
lovin'.
and half. You know, and give it a stir till it looks like,
We
coffee.
have an empty microphone. Get over here.
You know what? I have
I got
to
pissed.
train.
I'm
I
ready
do
to call
too.
it a night, man. This has been going on for a while. Oh my God.
All right.
9:30 almost. What time did we start? Like 7?
I gotta go up now.
We had like
I'll
a
be back.
10-minute break, and then we're off air. What are we doing? What?
I'll be right back.
You're
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Yeah,
Are we
10-minute
still
break
on?
when
Just
Dawn
sign off.
crashes system.
No,
Let's sign it off.
right now.
Yeah. Let's be done with it, damn it.
signing off.
Okay.
We've gone on long enough about this nonsense.
Let's see. How long have we?
We probably jumped the shark like an hour and a half ago.
Jump the shark.
We're
Yeah.
we're
This
at
is a fundraiser.
Was. Now it's just a shark jumping.
we're an
in
hour 49.
You know what?
27.
I'm having fun just bantering back and forth.
Well, we
Yeah,
can do
really.
that without this thing. That way I can go piss in peace.
Me too.
See?
I gotta pee too. Goodbye.
So much for that.
Yes.
All right, now we can keep the show going for another hour. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. She turned around and laughed.
Yeah, she did.
For those
Kind of
of
an
you
evil laugh, I
watching
say.
Online. Stop streaming.
The kind of laugh that says, "Do I really want to drink
Oh wait,
the next
no.
drink she
We
brings
got
me?"
we got to do the outro.
Outro it is. Where's Bill Cosby? He has not made an appearance this entire show.
Damn.
We
He'll
gotta-
make
come on.
the appearance.
We, yep, we need
he
Bill
always
for the
shows
outro
up.
show.
He always shows up.
He's our mascot. Bill is.
Bum,
He puts the ladies to sleep for us.
Oh, nice.
I gotta make
Say
sure
good
he's
night,
on here.
ladies.
There he is.
It's Bill
Woo!
Cosby time.
At Tom Keniston. Here we go. Oh, there's the outro.
Oh, we're out of here.
Okay. You hear it, Tom?
Yes, I do.
See, you got to see this picture, Bill. It's classic. Sometimes it's fun.